Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, let's head to the action. This is Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.
For the third time in 4 games, the Paoli Rams find themselves on the road, and for the second time this season, looking to bounce back after a loss. Tonight, the Rams have traveled south to Leopold to take on conference rival, the Perry Central Commodores. Good evening, everybody, from Perry Central High School. Dave Dedrick along with Bert Pedigo, and it's time now for Rams football on Mix 95.3, streaming live on WUME953.com, and ask Alexa to play 95.3 WUME. The Rams come into tonight's matchup with a 1-2 record and 0-1 in PLAC play, while this young Commodore team has struggled, opening up 0-3 and 0-1 in conference play. First, the Rams are coming off that Orange Bowl loss to county conference rival Springs Valley last Friday. And while everything didn't go right for the Rams in that game, they did do some good things that they hope will build upon tonight to get them back on the winning streak.
I think more than anything what people are talking about is they discovered a passing game. I think I had them for better than 200 passing yards last week. Now, they were forced into that because Valley was controlling things up front and Paoli just couldn't run the ball. So by accident, I guess you could say that they discovered that passing game. They did that well, but you can still go back to the mistakes made as the primary reason why they lost that ball game. First off, too many turnovers again. That's been a problem every game this year, and too many mental mistakes. Those 5-yard penalties were just killing them last week, and you can't do that against a quality team like Springs Valley and hope to get a win.
Rams hope to clean all of that up here tonight. That's one of their main objectives here on the road tonight. They'll take on the Perry Central Commodore team. We usually come into this game at this part of the season. Both teams have only lost one game or maybe none at all. It's always a fight for the top of the conference whenever you meet the Commodores here, and particularly tough on the road. The Rams have had some tough ball games that they have lost here, and boy, they sure could use a win, though, here tonight.
Yeah, you look at the series between these two over the last 40 years, it's virtually even. I think Perry Central has a 4-game advantage over the last 40 times that they played. That's how closely they usually play them. But this year, Perry Central, they are having it's a struggle, and you can see why just looking at the roster. 16 of the 24 that are listed on their roster are either freshmen or sophomores, a big sophomore class. But when you're playing kids that age at the varsity level, when they should be, for the most part, should be playing earlier in the week on the JV team, you're going to struggle, and they have. They've tried to simplify things as best they can, take advantage of the talent that they've got in certain positions, and so far it's not paying dividends. But with the youngsters, if you keep them involved and keep them active through their senior years, you're going to take some lumps now that hopefully pay off in a couple of years.
It's the Rams and the Commodores here tonight. Our pregame show brought to you by Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time. When we continue with the Team OC pregame show, we'll talk with head coach Brendan Malone of Perry Central, and then we'll visit with the Paoli Rams head football coach Neil Dittmer, get their thoughts on this conference showdown here tonight. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Hey, Dad, can I get a ride to Hoosier Hills Credit Union?
Bet.
What?
Don't be Delulu. You know I got that Riz.
Ew!
We're not always hip on the new lingo, but at Hoosier Hills Credit Union, we do understand the need to teach teens about responsible spending. That's why we offer the Smart Spending Account. They'll get a free debit card, no monthly fee, and no minimum balance. Plus, there's incentives when your teen volunteers or has a job. Learn more about our Smart Spending Account at HoosierHills.com. Slay! Federally insured by NCUA.
As we roll on with the Team OC pregame show, head coach Brennan Malone of Perry Central joins us now. His team at home tonight in a key PLAC battle with Paoli. We'll get into that matchup in just a few minutes. But Coach Malone, if you would, for our fans, kind of take us through these first 3 games of the season for the Commodores. I know it's been a tough season so far.
Yeah, it has. We've got down the road it'll be a blessing, but currently, we've got a few bumps in the road with young guys across the board, and it's just one of those things one of those years where we have to work through that stuff, and patience is a virtue, and it'll pay off in the long run. But we've got to take our lumps this year, and just keep working to be better each and every day, each and every week, and knowing that we're working towards an end goal, and staying positive with these kids, and trying to make them still enjoy the season.
I know it's not an ideal situation, as you mentioned, but you got to play those young guys if you got them, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the only choice we have. But they've had great attitudes about it all. They've embraced it. They've understood kind of the expectation, and they know the situation that they're in as well. And sometimes people won't rise to that challenge, but these kids, as far as their mentality about it and their attitude towards it, have done really well embracing it. The wins haven't got there yet, but they're getting invaluable reps right now that most kids their age won't get, and they understand that, and it's something us coaches have to remind ourselves constantly about too, that they're young and they're going to make mistakes, and sometimes physically we're going to be outmatched, but we just got to stay the course and trust that in the long run we'll get there.
Coach, what have you liked best about this team through the first 3 games?
We trust these guys. Small and as low as numbers as we have this year, and as young as we are, they've held to the standard that we've set. And it's kind of a situation where, we got the wrong guys off the bus and the right guys on the bus, and it's just a process now. Now that we've got the kids we want, and they want to be here, and we want them here, and we figured that part of it out. Now we just have to start ironing out some of the other details. But I think that their mentality and their discipline and focus and all the other stuff in the weight room, they've had a great off season in the weight room, and they want to be successful and they want to do things the right way. Now we just got to get them there.
Coach, if you would, tell us a bit about this team, offensively, defensively. What are you trying to do out on the field?
Yeah, with them being all young across the board, we got 5 sophomores starting on the line and a sophomore quarterback as well. So we had to simplify the offense quite a bit. From the get-go, we started to realize in the preseason that some of the things that we want to do, and maybe even some of the things we plan on doing down the road, we just aren't there yet. And so we kind of had to adapt, and that's just 1A football. You're going to have seasons where you have to adapt to the kids you got, and we had to make sure that we kept it simple for them, so that they could play as fast as possible and not be out there thinking. So we've had to run a little bit of a wishbone offense this year, where the assignments are pretty simple and straightforward. And now that we've gotten in the swing of it and we've gotten a few games in, we can start to open up the playbook a little more with them. And that's what we're looking to do. And we told them that was the plan all along, was to kind of work them into different schemes and plays and stuff like that. And that's where we're at right now. We're starting to work them into some different things, and we're trusting that they'll get there.
Then on the defensive side?
Yeah, defensively, we've also had to adapt. Every week, you kind of have to move kids around based on the situation we have that week, whether a kid goes down or we feel like a kid can play better in a different position. And so, we started in a 4-2-5, and we've kind of moved away from that 4-2-5 and gone more towards 4-3 and even a little bit of a 4-4 stack. And again, we're trying to keep things simple for them. Keep their responsibilities simple, and so that they can play fast on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Third aspect of the game, how special teams perform for you?
That's a kicker for it, and not pun intended there, but that's a kind of a situation this year where we've had to do some different things than even we're used to on special teams. Kickoffs, we try to keep the ball out of the back guys' hands on their kick return, and we also don't want our kids running 40 yards down the field to make a tackle because we're playing Ironman football this year. So we've had to do some funky things on special teams, and the kids have embraced that as well, and they understand why we're doing it. Sometimes it feels a little silly or sounds a little silly, but it's just the things we have to do. Even in our punt formation. First couple weeks of the season, we lined up in an offensive set and then kind of rotated into a punt formation from that, just so they didn't have time to have their guys back, comfortable, ready to return. Little things like that to try to give us an edge on the special teams.
What about your matchup with Paoli tonight?
Same Paoli as always. This year, fortunately, we got a week of sort of similar offense to theirs under our belt last week against Crawford County, and so we've really been hitting this against this offense defensively. We've been hitting it pretty hard for 2 straight weeks, and we're continuing to iron out details and focus on all the small things and make sure everybody's doing their job. And it's just disciplined football and do your job every play against an offense like that. And we're looking forward to seeing the kids progress and start to really trust each other and do their assignments to their full potential.
As you break it down, Coach, offensively, defensively, what does your team have to do to pick up a win tonight?
Turnover battle for us and managing the clock are the 2 big things. Well, the first game of the season, we managed the clock phenomenally, but then we'd shoot ourselves in the foot with a turnover fumble or 1 or 2 plays that we just have mental lapses and don't move the chains, and then that just puts us in a bad spot. And so that's the consistency we need. No penalties, no turnovers, and keep moving the ball forward each and every play. Like the Rams, Coach, it's your second game in conference play of the season. A typical year, this is definitely a game we have marked on our calendar, and it still is. We love this competition. We love this game. It's in a good point in the season where we can really see what we're about, and same with Paoli, and we look forward to this game every year. Coach, with your numbers, how's the injury situation? Are you healthy tonight? We are for the most part, yeah. Unfortunately, we had both our starting tight ends go down early in the season. One was before the season even started. He was our senior all-conference, actually for defensive end, Nash Wire. So he's pretty well out for the season. And then we lost Bo Taylor as well in the Forest Park game, game 2, week 2. And he's out for quite a while as well, both with knee injuries. But other than those 2, everybody else is pretty healthy. Made sure we're smart in practice with the situation we're in, and made sure that we can keep our guys playing at a fast pace and healthy pace. Coach Malone, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Head coach Brennan Malone of Perry Central. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services, delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Paoli Rams head football coach Neil Dittmer joins us now as we continue with the Team OC pregame show. Rams on the road for the 3rd time this season, making another road trip, still in conference play, taking on the Commodores of Perry Central. We'll get into that matchup in just a few minutes. Coach, though, last week was a big one in the Orange Bowl, our first trophy game, our first home game, and our first game in conference, but outcome not what the Rams were hoping for.
No, it wasn't. We just didn't do the little things well enough Friday night against a very talented Springs Valley team to get ourselves an opportunity to get a win. Turn the ball over, didn't get off the field on 3rd down very well defensively. Just little things that you've got to have go your way in a game that just didn't happen for us on Friday night.
Game like that, Coach, you always want to come out of there learning something. What did you hope that the Rams learned in that ball game?
Just that what it takes to have a little bit of toughness, a little bit of grit to really grind one out and push beyond where you're capable of, getting out of that comfort zone a little bit, because we got pushed around a little bit and got uncomfortable, and I didn't like our response a little bit of the time, and I wanted to see us bounce back this week with that kind of response of we're not going to get pushed around, we're going to have some determination, some grit to get after it.
So what did you do to try and get that accomplished this week, Coach?
We got a little physical at practice. We were able to condition a little bit more, a little bit, just to put them in a uncomfortable position to where hopefully tonight is a little bit easier on you. All that running, all that stuff. None of that stuff is fun. None of it it's tough, and life is tough, and hopefully with some of that kind of stuff we're able to ease in tonight, and this is just a game. Go play it the way we know how to go play it.
Well, how did things go then Monday through Thursday?
I thought we had a pretty solid week. We continue to challenge them, and we're going to continue to challenge those guys to go above and beyond and be better than what we were. We didn't have a bad week of practice, but we continue to push those buttons of, hey, there's more left in you. There's more left in you, and I'm excited to see how we come out tonight.
Well, turn the page hopefully tonight, Coach, taking the road trip down to Perry Central to take on the Commodores. What do the Rams face here tonight in this matchup with Perry Central?
Perry's always going to be a challenge for us. It's a weird road trip. The way they've always had a good scouting report against us, scouting plan against us to stop us offensively and to really run the ball and keep control of the clock with their offense. So I have no doubt that that's going to be the same idea that they're going to have this year, and we've got to be better at our details and little things to have success.
Sounds like another run-heavy team.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of run on both sides of the ball. They're going to run it out of their double-tight wishbone. They're going to run it out of their wings T, full T stuff, some gun stuff. But you're going to get a whole lot of ISO power, A-gap, B-gap, C-gap run.
Another power team from Perry Central like we've seen in the past?
Yeah, they're definitely wanting to be that power Perry team that's always been out there, that they're going to run the ball between the tackles, and you got to stop it.
A team that will throw it, though, from time to time?
They will. They're going to lure you in a little bit, and then they'll hit you with some stuff over the top and some play action stuff deep.
Defensively, what do you expect out of them? How will you attack it?
That's going to be kind of a work in progress we go tonight, because what they have shown all year long has been a little bit different. So they've been in an odd front, they've been in a couple different even fronts, so we really got to get out there and see how they're trying to stop us, but we have the answers. I feel like we've worked all week to have the answers to no matter what they give us, we've got the plan to go attack it.
Last week, Coach put the ball in the air. Will we see more of that tonight, possibly?
If that's what it has to be, then that's what it's got to be. I definitely want to continue to develop our throw game. I say that all the time. I don't think it's something that we should have to live in. I think we got to be able to run the ball first and foremost. But if they're stacking the box and they're putting 8 guys in there, there's no doubt that I'm comfortable with us going out there and throwing the ball around a little bit.
But as you mentioned, though, we are who we are, and that's a flex bone team.
We are, and I think that's definitely something that's to our advantage as well, though. We're flex bone, we're running the ball inside, but we can also spread you out and throw the ball around a little bit. Now you got to prepare for both of these things, and maybe you're not as good, as well prepared as you should be for either one.
Well, a game, Coach, that we put in the category trying to get a bounce-back win tonight.
Absolutely. Anytime you're coming off a tough loss at home like this, you want to bounce back in the right way and have the right mindset coming in of let's go out there and let's execute our game plan to the best of our ability, and let's go get after it.
How are the Rams health-wise coming into tonight?
We're still a little dinged up. It's been one of those years where it's kind of been a little bit of frustration on just some things where guys that have worked really hard to buy their time and get some varsity reps now are just dinged up a little bit, and hopefully we get them back over the next couple weeks. But it's time for some guys to step up and fill those roles and really get after it.
And as we mentioned at the top of this interview, Coach, another conference game.
Yeah, conference game. At this point in time, you've got to continue to fight. Maybe there's a chance you get to tie, or maybe something happens where you can win the conference, but you can't have that opportunity if you don't take care of business tonight.
Coach Dittmer, as always, thank you for the time and the talk. You and your ball club have a good game tonight.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, and Eleanor will take us to kickoff tonight.
Go Rams, be excellent.
Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Are you ready to see the world with
Hi,
clarity
this is John
and
Bender.
style?
Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
As we continue with the Team OC pregame show, Team OC expanding possibilities one child at a time. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. For the homestanding Perry Central Commodores on homecoming night, their offense looks like this at quarterback, number 12, Tyler Elmer, 6'2", 145, and a sophomore. Fullback is number 24, Lance Kern, 5'8", 185, a senior. The halfbacks are number 28, Nolan Parrish, 5'6", 150, a junior. And number 3, Landon Navillas, 5'7", 150, and a sophomore. Tight end is number 15, Boston Brubaker, 6'2", 175, and a senior. Wide receivers, number 19, Ty Williams, 5'8", 160, and a junior. At left tackle, Corbin Mitchell, 5'10", 195, a freshman. Left guard is 76, that's Jason Cole, 5'9", 155, a junior. At center, number 57, Carson Edwards, 6'2", 250, and a sophomore. Right guard is number 65, Chase Cummings, 5'10", 180, and a sophomore. And at right tackle, number 59, Connor Harper now. He's 6'3", 315, and a sophomore. 2 seniors, 3 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 1 freshman start on offense tonight for the Commodores.
And here's the Paoli defense that will try to stop that Perry Central offense. It'll be a 3-4. Dane Padgett will be at left end. Tyler Ross, he's at the nose guard spot, and Dom Garcia at the right end. Padgett, 6'3", 200, a senior. Ross, 6'4", 280, a senior. And Garcia, 5'11", 230, and a junior. Your linebackers tonight on the left side, you've got Justin Thornton and Chase Case. Thornton, 6'2", 195, a junior. Case is 5'10", 150, and a junior. On the right side, Tyler Hannon and Colt Bonta. Hannon, 5'10", 190, a senior. And Bonta, 5'8", 155, and a senior. Your cornerbacks, Cade Walls on one side, 6'1", 165, a senior, and Colton Beckley at the other. He is 6'2", 135, and a senior. Your safeties, Ian Sullivan on one side, 5'10", 165, a junior, and Cooper Spires, he's 6', 180, and a senior. 8 seniors, 3 juniors start defensively for Paoli.
Take a look at the Commodore defense. I'll go with a 4-man front at the ends, 57, Carson Edwards, 6', 250, and a sophomore, and number 54, Carter Ball, 5'7", 190, and a sophomore. The defensive tackles are Connor Harper now. He's 6'3", 315, a sophomore, wears number 59, and number 61, Warren Howe, 5'10", 215, and a sophomore. The linebacking core, number 76, Jason Cole, 5'9", 155, and a junior, the leading tackler. In the middle, number 65, Chase Cummings, 5'10", 180, and a sophomore. And on the outside right side, number 24, Lance Kern, 5'8", 185, and a senior. The cornerbacks are number 20, that's Lauren Cole. He's 5'6", 150, and a freshman. And number 28, Nolan Parrish, 5'6", 150, and a junior. The safeties are 21, Jace Brown, 6', 160, and a sophomore. And number 3, Landon Davillas, 5'7", 150, and a sophomore. 1 senior, 2 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 1 freshman start on defense. Commodores have 7 two-way starters tonight.
And for Paoli offensively, we'll start off with the big uglies up front. Landon Smith, he'll be at left tackle. He's 5'10", 180, and a senior. Avery Hamby at left guard, 5'10", 230, a junior. Dom Garcia starts at center. He's 5'11", 230, and a senior. At right guard, Kentley Scholl, he's 5'10", 180, and a senior. And Wyatt Baker is at right tackle. He's 6', 180, and a senior. Your split ends tonight, Ian Sullivan on one side, 5'10", 165, a junior, and Cade Walls on the other. He is 6'1", 165, and a senior. Your halfbacks, Dane Padgett on one side, 6'3", 200, a senior, and Justin Thornton on the other. He is 6'2", 175, and a junior. As far as the offensive backfield, at fullback, Tyler Hannon, 5'10", 190, a senior, and Cooper Spires, he is 6', 180, and a senior. 8 seniors, 3 juniors start offensively for Paoli. 7 of the boys will play both offense and defense.
Our starting lineups tonight have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. We'll get ready for tonight's kickoff. Come back, take a look at the scouting report between these two conference rivals, You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Rams on the road tonight, taking on the Perry Central Commodores in this PLAC clash, as we mentioned. Homecoming, and boy, a nice crowd, as you might expect, on homecoming night, both home here at Perry and away from the Rams, and another great weather night. Bert will take a look, though, at tonight's scouting report of the Rams taking on the Commodores.
First off, if you're just looking at a roster, you see the advantage that Paoli has in the upperclassmen. Mentioned it when we came on. There's 24 players listed on Perry Central's official roster for the season. 16 of them are either sophomores or freshmen. So Paoli will definitely have the experience on their side, and you want to be able to take advantage of that. The younger kids just not as physically strong as the kids that have been playing for a couple of years. Other than that, for Paoli, it comes down to something as simple as just eliminate your mistakes. A lot of penalties in the last few weeks, mental mistakes, 5-yard penalty varieties, and just way too many turnovers. And that was one thing when we talked to Coach Neil Dittmer before the game here at Perry Central. Talked to him about ball security, and I told him, a lot of times it just gets in their head, and the tighter they hold on to it, the looser it actually is. So hopefully Paoli's able to kind of rectify that and take care of the football tonight. Otherwise, all about the effort. Coach Dittmer, he's not been pleased with the physicality of this year's team. He wants them to be the more physical of the two teams on the field. We'll see if this past week's practice helps with that. And then it's just as far as the offense, you've got to stay on schedule with the down and distance. You can't be facing these 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 11s. Faced a lot of those, it seemed like, last week against Valley, and that's where the passing came in handy. But Paoli tonight should have Perry Central outmanned, and as a result should be able to keep up as far as down and distance is concerned.
Commodores come into tonight's game. They average just 4 points per ball game and give up 32.3. Total offense, they average 160 through 3 ball games. The Rams average at 17 points per contest offensively, defensively giving up just over 30 points per ball game. Total offense 288 per game, and the Rams have won the toss and deferred.
Deferred to the second half, so Paoli will be kicking off. They'll be going from our right to the left. Paoli, they are in the traveling whites with the gold pants and that ram horn on the side of a purple helmet. That gets us through tonight. Perry Central, they're in all blacks. Black tops, black pants. Got the white helmet with the number on one side and the PC on the other. And Paoli, they are set to kick it away, and Dave Dedrick will take us through tonight's ball game.
Alvaro Guevara gets us underway. Nice high end over-end kick. Kai Williams drops back inside the 10 to the 8. Takes it to the left, up the hash mark, heads to the sideline, breaks a tackle at the 20, tries to come back. The pursuit, though, there to get him, Dane Paget able to sling him down quickly to the turf, and that's where the Commodores will have it to 1st and 10. Joe McDonald in there as well on that tackle for the Rams, and it'll be Perry Central's offense out there for the first time. And as we've mentioned already several times here in this ball game, and we're just getting started how young this Commodore team is. They're led by a sophomore quarterback, Tyler Elmer. He is 4 out of 12, no interceptions with 1 touchdown and 88 total yards. We'll see a variety of offensive sets, and we're going to start with a gun formation, single set back, 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Elmer marks out the signals, puts a man in motion, going to hand it off on the inside handoff, trying to break it to the outside is Jace Brown. Brown breaks 1 tackle, cuts upfield, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Rams a good job of pursuing it down. Ian Sullivan in there on the tackle for the Rams, along with Colt Bonta getting the start on that outside linebacking spot. Again, Rams hampered by some injuries tonight, too. 2 of their linebackers, and, of course, that being Colin Brace along with Trey Robbins.
Paoli just kind of struggling out that time. There he did a decent enough job getting that seal on the end of the line of scrimmage, but the ball carrier not able to exploit it as he was run down from the inside out.
Might give him 1 at the most, maybe just above the 20, between the 20 and 21. Either way, it's 2nd down and long out of the gun. Single set back for Elmer, the quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looks to his left, fires it out in the flat, but that's going to be a 1-hopper to his intended receiver out in that the left slot, to that being Parrish. Ball goes incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10, so the Rams defense, Bert, has put Perry Central where they want him in long, down, and distant.
Yeah, 3rd down, almost 10, just short of that time. Unusual to see that when the quarterback's at the center of the field and you've got that crown like they have here at Perry. Don't usually see that thrown from the top of the crown into the ground as quickly as that one went.
Out of the huddle on 3rd down and long, they go to the shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, single set back with Elmer in the backfield. Rams adjust on the defensive movement. The ball was loose. It's on the field, picked up on the run, and that's going to be Justin Thornton scooping it up at about the 16-yard line for the scoop and score. It was a low snap. It went off the foot of the quarterback, Elmer, bounced forward to his left, and there was Thornton to run it in from 16 yards out. And the Rams defense comes up with a big play and a scoop and score for Paoli.
Yeah, first big play of the night goes Paoli's way. Thornton, he basically had a head of steam built up. It was almost as if he was the first to recognize that the ball was loose, and Paoli gets an early score and an early lead.
Rams will go for the extra point with Gavina, who is 1 out of 2 in his PAT attempts. Paget, the long snapper, Spires the holder, snap, kick down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So just like that, the Rams needed to get off to a great start, and they have done it here tonight without even putting their offense on the field. Lead it by a score of 7-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Well, turnovers, they've been a problem for Paoli all year. Tonight, finally, the other team turns it over, and Paoli's able to take advantage with a scoop and score and an early 7-0 lead for Paoli.
Gavina, another good kickoff, fielded at the 15, up the numbers on that left sideline. Ooh, and Williams is lifted up and body slammed by Dane Paget to the turf, and I guess he's doing a WWE audition there.
Yeah, and that's what you'll see when you got the young kids playing against the older kids. The older kids can do things like that, and Paget did there.
Ball out the 25-yard line for the Commodores, 1st and 10. See how they react to that turnover that led to the quick Rams score. Again, another perfect night, a few clouds, and temperatures still in the 80s. A great Friday night for high school football. The lights eventually will take over. Again, go to that spread offense. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, out of the gun formation. Elmer single setback. Going to hand it off to the setback. Comes over the right side. Gets a couple out across the 26, 27-yard line. That is Kern carrying it for the Commodores, Kern coming in, 22 carries, 40 yards, averaging 1.8 on his average. He'll pick up close to 2 there. As that tackle made by Thornton on Bonta on the left side for the Rams. And it'll be second down and a short 8, long 7 for the Commodore offense.
Had a decent hole when he got to the line of scrimmage, but it closed down in a hurry as he was hit hard from the inside. Linebackers for Paoli filling that hole quickly.
Trips receivers to the right, single to the left. Wide side of the field is the right side. Single setback for Elmer. Rams come up in press coverage. Looks like they're going to blitz. There's the ball loose on the turf again. Elmer bobbles it. Finally going to cover it back near the 12-yard line. That's going to be a loss of close to 15 on the play. And that will put the Commodores once again in a hole as time Carson Edwards and Tyler Elmer not able to connect on that long snap out of the gun. And Commodores back at their 13-yard line have to go all the way out to the 35 for a first down.
Second time the Perry Central has put the ball on the ground. That time, snap was just low. He was in shotgun formation, and the ball never got more than like 6 inches off of the ground. Couldn't come up with it. It was snapped at pretty good velocity, so once it got past him, it rolled, seemed like forever.
Got to be third down and 20. Ball handed off to Kern running room over the left side, and Kern gets it out across the 20 near the 22-yard line. He'll pick up 9, close to 10 yards on the play, but Rams defense bends but does not break. As that time, Padgett in there on the tackle. It's going to be fourth down and 11 for the Commodores.
Kicking situation for Perry Central. Paoli, they were willing to give up just a little bit. Didn't want to give up 10, but gave up that much and still had 11 more before Perry Central could have come up with a first down. So now they're going to have to kick it away, and it looks like is that Walls is back there to receive it.
Carson Edwards, the punter, gets the snap, boots it out of there, comes off the right side of his foot, angling to the right, going to go across the 50, and Kay just runs away from it like he should, and the ball will come to rest at the 41-yard line of Paoli, and that's where the Rams offense will have it first down and 10.
Couple of good defensive series for Paoli. Got the stop with the fumble recovery and a score on the first possession. That time, Perry Central kind of shot themselves in the foot with the low snap that wound up losing 15 yards for them. They had to kick it away, and now Paoli's offense with a 7-0 lead. They're out there for the first time tonight.
Ball over on the left hash, 8:23 to go. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams lead at 7-0. Paoli comes out to the flex bone with 2 receivers to the right side. Cooper Spires goes under center, walks up under Dom Garcia, sets his offense, 1st and 10. Padgett in motion to the right side, toss it to Dane. Dane jukes inside, goes outside, breaks a tackle, cuts up at the hash. He's to the 50, 45, 40 down the right sideline. He may go, and he does. There are no penalty flags, and one play, one drive, and it is a 59-yard touchdown gallop for Dane Padgett.
Perry Central, the initial reaction was very good, but Padgett, he just kind of shrugged off the one tackler that he saw at about the 40-yard line. When he did that, he was able to win the foot race to the sideline and then win the foot race down the sideline. So Padgett goes 59 yards for Paoli's second score of the night, and the Rams out in front, 13-0 right now.
Alvaro Gavina out of the hole to Cooper Spires, ready to try and nail this extra point, see if he can keep that streak going. Good snap, good hole, kick is up, and it is also going to split the uprights and good. And the Rams have jumped out quickly here on the road tonight against Perry Central, leading the Commodores 14-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Well, we talked coming into the ball game about how Paoli needed to get off to a good start, take advantage of the youth on the side of Perry Central, and they have done that. A defensive score, first time the offense gets the ball. They get a one-play touchdown and lead it 14-0 now.
Williams at the 9, goes up the left side along the numbers across the 15, gets out across the 20, and driven down near the 24-yard line. Rams again quickly there in kickoff coverage, led by Derek Alpertson, number 14 on that tackle. And the Commodore offense will come back out on the field already for the third time here tonight. We haven't even played 4 minutes off the clock on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard.
Paoli defense, they've given up a couple of decent plays on the part of Perry Central. The 10-yard run was their last one. Of course, Perry Central, they're just going to look to build on the positive plays as best they can.
Once again, out of the spread with the 3 receivers to the right side, bobbled again, and going to have to cover quickly is Tyler Elmer, I should say, the quarterback. It was a low snap, but it was still above the ground, and looked like he took his eyes off of it, bobbled it, and went down, and that's going to be a big loss on the play, all the way back inside the 20, close to the 16-yard line, and going to be a loss of 8 on the play and make it a second down and 18.
Called it right because the snap wasn't horrible. It was at about knee level. He just only went after it with the one hand on that side, and as a result, it got loose, got away from him, and that is the second time that's happened to Perry Central already.
See, the Commodores go back to their traditional wishbone offense, hand it off over the right side, but nowhere for the running back to go, driven down at the 15-yard line. Coming up there with the carry, Nolan Parrish, the 5'6" junior, coming in averaging 4.5 yards per carry. He might got a couple there before Dom Garcia in there on that tackle for the Rams, along with Justin Thornton, and another 3rd and long situation for the Commodore offense.
Textbook tackle that time on the part of Paoli. Got him at about waist level, wrapped up, lifted up, and got him to the ground.
Back to the wishbone formation. Elmer will go under center of Carson Edwards. 3rd down and 17. Ball over near the left hash mark. Rams set their defense, see if they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Going to hand it off again to Parrish. Parrish tried to come up the middle, but there is no running room at all as he is stacked up and throwing to the turf. Quickly in there on the tackle for the Rams, led in there by Dom Garcia, who also got some help in there from Lucas Schinkel along that D line. A gain of a couple on the play, but it's going to be 4th and long, 4th down and 15. And that means one more time for Carson Edwards, the punter, as the Rams have Cade Wall setting up deep near the Rams' 45-yard line.
Last punt kind of went off to the right, got a good bounce for Perry Central, but that was about the only thing that's gone right with for him so far.
Commodore's taking a lot of time letting the clock roll down. Edwards, another bounce snap, comes quickly out of there. This one a wobbler straight down the middle of the field. Again, takes a Commodore roll. Now we'll hit sideways and roll down along the sideline inside the 40, and we'll roll at the 39-yard line out of bounds. And that's where the Rams will have it, 1st down and 10 at their own 39-yard line, 2 yards back from where they started their last drive, which, by the way, was one play and a touchdown.
No, Paoli's up 14-0, and you look at team stats as far as first downs and whatnot, they have no stats. You don't get a first down when you go for a touchdown, and as a result, they'll be looking for their first on this drive unless they go one play and all the way down this time.
Rams up by 14. That's been their biggest lead of the season over anybody, so they'll continue to build on that. The defense has come up with 3 big stops so far. Rams go to the flex bone with 2 receivers to the right side on 1st and 10. That's the wide side of the field. Spires puts Paget in motion, going to toss it again to Dane. They kick out the corner. He's out to the 45 to the 50. Foot race again down the sideline. Nobody will catch him unless they got an angle. He's to the 20, to the 10, 5, and touchdown Dane Paget. Again, nothing on the field, and Paget is 2 for 2. 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, and already over 100 yards rushing.
2 carries, 120 yards for Paget, and that time even easier than the last time because they got the kick-out block that time. As a result, there was nobody to even put a shoulder pad into Paget for him to shrug off, and Paoli now up 3 scores, looking to add 1 more point to it.
And Gavina back out there. Alvaro, see if he can make it a perfect 3 for 3 night. So far, that has been a clean operation for the Rams. Another snap, good hold, and another kick is through the uprights. And the Rams have jumped out here early, 21-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Well, everything coming easy to Paoli so far tonight. 2 offensive possessions, 2 one-play drives for scores. The defense has scored. Paoli's up 21-0 and kicking off for the 4th time tonight.
Williams again at the 9, brings it up the numbers, spun around as he gets across the 20, out close to the 22-23-yard line. And they're on the tackle for the Rams. Landon Smith, number 59. And the Commodores offense comes back out on the field with 5:19 to go in the first quarter, already down 21-0.
Might be one of those nights where you feel sorry for the Paoli cheerleaders. They do a jumping jack for each point scored after each score, and they just did 21 and headed right to the sipping cups so that they could get a drink.
Went back to that wishbone formation in the last series, but now go back to the spread to the offensive players for Perry Central. Trips receivers to the right side, the wide side of the field, single setback with Tyler Elmer, the quarterback, out of the gun. Good snap, drops back to pass, fires it down the left side, way over the head of his intended receiver, Jace Brown, at about the 35-yard line. It falls incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
He was cutting in from the sideline, looking for that little in route, and Paoli had it covered well. Had a linebacker that had dropped back into coverage. Defensive backs were there, had him bracketed on both sides. Even if the completion had been made, he was going to be brought down right at that spot, it seemed like.
2nd down and 10 at the 24, back to the spread offense. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Single set back in the backfield with the quarterback, Tyler Elmer. Rams set up in their man coverage. Elmer surveys the field, gets a snap, a low snap, able to pick it up off the turf. Good running room up the middle. That's going to be Kern again. Kern's going to be very close to a 1st down and finally going to be brought down by the Rams defense. Got into that second level, did Kern for the first time tonight. And that tackle made by Wyatt Baker, number 50. In fact, it is enough for a 1st down. So the Commodores finally have something to cheer about on offense.
And Kern, 2 10-yard runs already, along with a 2-yard effort. So 3 carries, 22 yards. He's run strong, and they have found holes in that Paoli defense.
Back to the spread offense. Ball resting at the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10. Commodores own 35, trailing to the Rams 21-0 here, still in the first quarter. Gun formation, 3 receivers to the right. Bobbled, handed off, though, to Kern again. Eludes one tackler in the backfield. Then he is able to get across the 35 out near the 36, 37-yard line. Rams pursuit finally comes in there. Hannon in there on the tackle for the Rams, along with the guy that drew the starting assignment tonight, that being Chase Case, the other linebacker. A gain of close to 3 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 7.
I just got a little bit of a push on the left side of that offensive line. And as a result, Kern was able to get to the hole, and just as he got there, he was closing down, still carried a tackler for a yard and a nice gain on 1st down.
2nd down and long out of the gun. Elmer with a single setback. Kern behind him, 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Good snap, looking to his right. No, going to hand it off. Here's Kern again. Kern caught as he gets near the 40-yard line. Linebacker Chase Case in there on the tackle. A gain of a couple to move the ball out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup close to 4 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 here for the Commodore offense as they once again find themselves in 3rd down, but a more manageable 3rd down than they have been in previous drives.
Yeah, the 4th time that they've faced a 3rd down situation. 0 for 3 so far.
See if the Rams defense can come up with another stop. Out of the gun, trips receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Elmer joined in the backfield by his running back, that being Lance Kern on 3rd down and 4. Going to pass. Looks out to his right. Goes over the middle. He's got a receiver, and it's going to be picked off in the backfield. Cooper Spires, as that one kind of went off the fingertips of the intended receiver back there, Brown. And Cooper just kind of circled around and comes up with a pick. And it'll give the Rams great field position near the midfield at the Rams 49.
A lot of players in a small area, especially for Perry Central. You don't want to see two receivers within a couple of yards of one another that far down the field. Made it easy for Paoli to cover them. The ball overthrown just a bit, and Spires back there playing center field. He comes up with the interception, and Paoli's got it back, this time at their own 49-yard line.
Rams have run two plays and have had two touchdowns on that toss sweep to the right side. Working again out of the flex bone with two receivers to the right. Spires goes under center. See if they'll go 3 for 3. This time it comes to Thornton. No, they're going to hand it up. Spires instead keeps it. He is off to the races. He's to the 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. Another one-play drive for the Rams, this time on the quarterback keeper by Cooper Spires, as Spires goes 51 yards on the TD run. And for the Rams quarterback this season, that will be his second rushing touchdown.
Everybody went inside with the fake to Hannon, and when Spires pulled that ball out, everybody, the flow of the defense was to the fullback, and he just had to get around in to beat one man there and did that. And then he was off to the races. Thornton came in late and helped by getting in the way of one of the Perry Central defenders.
Good snap, good hold. Gavina is good again. He's a perfect 4 out of 4 already on the night in this first quarter. Rams running away from the Commodores, lead it now 28-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind. Installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Kickoff again, and back is Kai Williams to return it up the left sideline. Gets it out across the 20 as Case in there on the tackle for the Rams in kickoff coverage. Mark it officially at the 22-yard line, and that's where the Commodores will have it, first down and 10.
A lot of nights, if you're talking about Paoli only having 3 offensive plays and there's just 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter, you're thinking, well, it's a long night. But those plays, one for 59, one for 61, another one for 51, and they all went for touchdowns.
First and 10 out of the gun. Elmer going to flush out of the pocket, rolls to his right, fires over the middle. He had a receiver wide open, but threw it beyond the hands of Landon DeVille as near that first down marker, and it goes incomplete to make it second down and 10.
And Paoli got after him a little bit that time. Getting after Elmer was Dane Padgett. He got through his block, and just as the quarterback is kind of getting outside the pocket, Padgett gives chase, makes him throw it on the run, and it was off the mark.
The defender had a handful of Padgett jersey, too.
Yes, he did. I wasn't going to say anything.
Second down and 10. Trips receivers to the right, one to the left. Elmer out of the gun. Elmer turns, going to hand it off. Running room as Kern tries to dance up through the middle. Gets it across the 25 near the 26-yard line and finally brought down as the Rams come out of there with it, I think, but not before the play was whistled dead. Bonta in there on the tackle. Be a gain of 4 on the play. Make it third down and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Kern, the focal point of the Perry Central rushing attack so far, 6 carries, 31 yards, decent average. They only gave up a couple of 10-yard runs to him early on. The others, all in the 2 to 3 yard variety.
Kern is 5'8", 185, and a senior. Elmer out of the gun again with trips receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. He'd bobbled it again. It's on the turf, and he's going to be throwing for a loss. As that time quickly getting in there was Chase Case. He's having a big night in that linebacker spot for the Rams. It's going to be a big loss all the way back near the 20-yard line.
Elmer, he's credited with 3 carries officially, but all 3 have been on snaps that have gotten away from him. As a result, he is credited 3 carries minus 28 yards and a very near negative yardage for Perry Central on the night.
Carson Edwards to punt again. 5 offensive series and 4 punts and that 1 fumble that the Rams scored him on. That's been the story for the Commodore offense so far here tonight. Edwards going to boot it out of their low line drive kick. Going to take a Commodore roll, and a good roll it is, all the way back inside the 40, and finally will be down at the 37-yard line, and that's where the Rams will have it with just 54.8 seconds remaining before the quarter break, as Paoli will touch it again to see if that one-play drive magic will continue.
It's happened first 3 times they've touched it, going for 4 in a row here. That thing, it rolled, took off almost like this was an artificial turf field. Probably rolled a good 20 yards before it finally stopped.
Further on the ground than it did in the air that time. So. Put the ball at the 33-yard line. That's where the Rams will have it first down and 10. Cooper Spires ran it in the last time on the quarterback keeper, goes to the flex bone. 1 receiver to the right and 1 to the left. Spires under center, barks out the signal, comes down the right side, hands it off to Hannon. Hannon is going to be met, though, right at the line of scrimmage. He might got 1 tough yard that time, as in there on the tackle will be Warren Howe, number 61, for this defense of Perry Central. A gain of 1, make it second down and 9, and Paoli will have to run another play here before the first quarter comes to a close.
First carry of the night for Hannon, and Perry Central, you could tell they've been schooled. You've got to get in there and hit that fullback, and they did that time. Hannon had 3 or 4 around him when he got the ball.
Go to that forward and front on the defense. Out of the flex bone again. Spires under center. Puts a man in motion. Thornton comes to the left side. Toss it, cuts inside a block. He's to the 40, to the 45, 50. Down the left sideline to the 35, 30, and breaks a tackle, but finally going to be brought down inside the 20 near the 15-yard line, market at the 16-yard line. As that time, saving the touchdown is the safety Jace Brown, and the Rams flip the field again on a big play with just 3.6 seconds to go.
That was actually a really nice play on the part of the Perry Central defender. Only way he was going to be able to slow him down was to grab a hold of the back of the jersey. If he holds on and tackles him, it's a penalty. He let go just after he slowed him down and then got him around the ankles.
That's the end of the first quarter of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. All Rams, they lead at 28-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus.
1 quarter in the books. A good start for Paoli as they lead Perry Central 28-0. This, of course, the PLAC matchup. Also, a PLAC matchup going on at West Washington tonight as Valley, through 1 quarter, is up 8-0, and both of those teams think they've got shots at a conference championship, and that one's a close one so far.
But the winner there definitely in the driver's seat at the top of the race here near the midway point of the season. That run by Thornton down inside in the red zone to the 16 makes it first and 10 for the Rams, as the offense has been perfect so far here tonight, as Paoli's biggest quarter of the season with 28 points.
And 4 out of the 5 plays that Paoli ran in that first quarter, better than 50 yards gained on each.
Rams break out of the huddle, first and 10. They go to the flex bone formation, split 2 receivers to the right side, wide side of the field. Spires under center, sets the offense, put Thornton in motion to the left side. Going to keep it, trying to toss it, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, dances back to the inside, and just good, hard second and third running effort by Cooper Spires. He gets it down inside the 10, close to the 8-yard line, a pickup of 8 when it looked like he might not get anything out of that play.
No, they had him bottled up. I thought he was trying to get rid of it at a point where he was going to be tackled, and you're looking at a fumble. But instead he holds on to it, breaks that tackle, and then pushes forward for another 7 or 8 yards after that.
Jason Cole, the linebacker, in there on the tackle for the Commodore defense. Second down and short for the Rams. Ball marked at the 8-yard line out of the flex bone. Spires under center. Man in motion to the right side, handed off the middle. There again is handed, but tough running. Good job by this Commodore middle part of the defense. Arpanow and Howe in there, along with Cummings, the middle linebacker. And finally, when we unpile everybody, we'll see just exactly how close Tyler Hannon has got to a Rams first down.
Should have it. He's down there around the 6-yard line where the side judge has it spotted. So they've already taken the sticks away. It'll be first and goal for Paoli. That's the second first down of the night for Paoli.
A minute deep into the second quarter on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams on top, 28-0, and threatening again. First and goal at the 6. Out of the flex bone, put 2 receivers to the right side, the wide side of the field. Spires under center. Barks out the signals, put a man in motion, come down, hand it off to Hannon. Hannon keeps his feet churning. He is very close to the end zone, and the Rams signaled it is a touchdown as Tyler Hannon gets his first score of the night as the fullback that time, a steady dive up the middle, and Tyler gets the 6-yard touchdown run here for Paoli. And that puts the Rams up by a score of 34-0 with 10:37 to go here in the second quarter of play. And Gavina out there to see if he can keep that streak going with the extra points.
Paoli just pushing them around right now and give it to Hannon, let him kind of bury his head and push forward.
PAT, snap is down, kick is low. Does it hook inside? And it does. So Alvaro, perfect night so far with the PATs, and the Rams are up 35-0, just getting started here in quarter number 2. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Paoli ready to kick off again. Perry Central defensively unable to do anything with the Paoli offense. Each time they've touched it, they've scored several one-play drives, and now it's a 35-0 Paoli lead with still 10.5 minutes left in the first half.
Alvaro, another good kick, and Williams going to hope it rolls into the end zone, but it's not. It's right on the 1. He's going to have to bring it out. Cuts it up to the 10 to the outside. He's got running room down that left side. He's to the 30 and finally going to be driven out of bounds. And you see that happen a lot as Colton Beckley finally makes the tackle out beyond the 30 when it looked like Williams was cooked back deep inside the 5, but found an alley down that left sideline and going to give the Commodores some good field position here at their 35-yard line.
Yeah, everybody on the kick coverage team is looking down and looking at that ball just kind of rolling around. They lose a little bit of focus, get out of their lanes, and when Perry Central has it, all of a sudden you're looking outside and there's nobody out there for Paoli. They all got sucked in looking at that loose ball.
First down and 10, ball at the 35 of the Commodores. Go to that spread offense, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, out of the gun. Hand it off to Kern, but Kern's going to be met in the backfield. Dane Padgett shot the gap perfectly, and that will throw Kern for a loss of a couple back near the 32-yard line. Make it second down and 12.
Just no push at all up front for Perry Central as Padgett. He's actually on the far side of the line of scrimmage. He got across the face of his man, got right into the backfield just as Kern was coming up with that football, and he was able to bring him down with no problem at all.
We roll under 10 minutes to go before half on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams lead at 35-0. Commodores have a second down and 12 Trips receivers to the right side. Elmer out of the gun, drops back to pass, looks to his right, throws on the run, hits the up back, but he is going to be hit immediately. The ball is knocked loose. It's picked up by Hannon at the 35. Down the left sideline goes Tyler, and he is able to come up with the fumble recovery and a scoop and score the second time that the Rams defense has done that. This time, Tyler Hannon, the recipient, trying to see who made that jar fumbling tackle, but couldn't get him. Might have been Thornton out there, but Hannon, right place, right time, and a lightning in a bottle touchdown again for the Rams.
Yeah, Hannon, the recipient that time of a really nice hit put on the Perry Central receiver, as you're going to give Elmer credit for, well, that's basically no gain on the pass completion and no yards receiving as well.
Covina's extra point, this one again is up, and it is good. Rams extend their lead out to 41-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Still 9.5 left in the first half of play. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. And that scoreboard tilted heavily in Paoli's favor, 42-0 as they kick once again.
Covina's kick right down the middle of the field. This time it will roll through the end zone for the touchback, and the Commodores just run away from it, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line to start this drive. Commodores have had the ball a lot of times here in this half, but just a couple of first downs to show for it.
Yeah, and, well, matter of fact, just the one.
Okay.
Yeah, one first down, and that was on a gain of 10 yards on the second down play, so they're still over on their third down conversions. Now they're going to come out, spread them out again. Quarterback, shotgun formation.
Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Single setback is Lance Kern. Elmer with the snap, going to turn, hand it off to Kern. He heads out the right side, and then he is stacked up right at the middle of the field there. I believe it's going to be Tyler Hannon, the linebacker, who did a textbook play of filling the gap and filling the hole. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, make it 2nd down and 11.
I tell you, when Kern got hit, he got moved backwards. That lets you know it was pretty well textbook on the part of the player doing the tackling, and when you push the back like that, just very impressive. No gain on the play for Kern. He did well just to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's where they will mark it. No loss on the play. Make it 2nd down and 10 at the 20. Elmer, the sophomore quarterback, out of the gun. Trips receivers to the right side. Gets a snap. Going to delay. Hand it off to Kern again. Kern gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Once again, that Rams just kind of pocketed in around the middle of the field and shut it down. And quickly coming up there for Paoli. On the tackle for the Rams, we see Baker, number 50, and Garcia, number 58, to make it 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, lost a few inches on that attempt, just over 10 yards to go. The ball was spotted on the 20 to begin the drive. It's just on the other side of it right now.
Rams see if the defense can get them on another 3 and out here, out of the gun formation. Trips receivers to the right side on 3rd and 10 at the 20. Elmer surveys the defense. He's going to roll, look out to the flat, flanker screen caught there by Brown. Dances inside, tries to come back outside, still dancing inside, outside, and finally brought down near the 25-yard line. Didn't find out or make up his mind on which way he wanted to go, and finally coming all the way over is Dom Garcia to finish him off right in front of the Commodore bench. A gain of 5 on the play, make it 4th down and 5.
Now, did well just to pick up what he did. That time avoided a couple of tacklers, but in the meantime, as he's trying to, kind of go this way, go that way, Paoli's sending more out to where the football is. Eventually, they got him surrounded and got him to the ground.
actually give him 6 on that play. Get one late man out there. It's going to be a very important man. That's Wes Summer, the snapper.
Long snapper. Yeah, he's got to be out there.
Now he is ready to go as Carson Edwards gets ready to punt, but we're going to have some laundry on the field.
Yeah, and it was the man just to the right of the center that time. He stood up, anticipating a quick snap. It didn't come, and the penalty will go against Perry Central. That'll be their first. Matter of fact, first penalty of the night on either team. So just the 5 yards in penalties, and that'll move them back just a little bit more.
Ball back almost near the original line of scrimmage at the 21, 4th and 9 actually now. Carson Edwards waits it, gets a snap, boots it out of there, a high end-over-end kick. Rams just get away from it again, takes a great roll as it goes inside the 40, down to the 35, and finally at the 30.5-yard line is where it comes to a stop, and that's where the Rams will have it, first down and 10.
Definitely knows how to play that bounce. Every time that he has kicked, he's gotten a favorable bounce. Sometimes you say maybe it's luck, but after you see it 3, 4, 5 times, well, maybe he's trying to do that.
It's coming off his foot the right way, that's for sure. Officially going to mark it at the 30 of Paoli. With 6:52 to go here before half on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams have had their way offensively and defensively here tonight. Already 2 defensive touchdowns in this mix of 42 points put up by Paoli, their biggest offensive output of the season, as the Rams go to their spread offense for the first time here tonight, as Cooper Spires will be out of the gun, 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Garcia will make the long snap back as Cooper Spires rolls to his left, fires it out in the flat, wide open. He's got Padgett to the 40, to the 45, 50. Breaks a tackle at the 45 to the 40. One more man to beat, and he is off. He's to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Kicks in the Jets, and he is in for a 70-yard touchdown pass from Spires to Padgett.
Didn't look like a whole lot when it started, but by the end it looked pretty good as Padgett that time able to shrug off a couple of would-be tacklers, and in the process also picked up a couple of blocks downfield from other receivers, and he was able to outrun the pursuit, let's say, and get it into the end zone. That'll be his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Gavina for the extra point for the Rams at the 6:35 mark. We lead it now 48-0. As Padgett will now snap it back to Cooper Spires. Spires puts the ball down, and the kick is up. And once again, the kick is good. And the Rams extend their lead one more time. Add another touchdown to the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams on top by a score of 49-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Another possession, another score for Paoli. They're up 49-0, and time to kick it to Perry Central one more time.
Alvia Guevara, he's been the busiest man all night long, and he booms another one down the middle of the field, and it will go into the end zone. So back-to-back through the zone, and it'll be a touchback for the Commodores. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Hey, he's starting to make this kicking thing look pretty easy.
Yeah, he is. Catching on fast.
Yeah, and, you know, in the first week or so, you could see he was kind of nervous when he was out there, but he has calmed down. And when you calm down, you kind of slow yourself down, and in the process, you get that technique just right. And, I mean, he is putting the toe to it to get it to the end zone, no small feat, and he's done it twice now.
Well, it's all a timing issue, and the Rams never got enough touchdowns to get timing.
Yep.
So now that they have, it's almost become automatic. Elmer out of the gun with 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, handed off to Kern, breaks a tackle in the backfield, able to scoot forward up the middle for a couple of more as the Rams defense finally converge and bring him down. And Dom Garcia, the last man to get up off the pile, a gain of 2 Make it second down and 8 as we near the 6-minute mark of the first half, and the Rams up 49-0.
Already 10 carries for Lance Kern, 30 yards gained, so that's just a little bit above his season average, getting 3 yards per attempt.
Second down and 8 for the Commodore offense. Again, out of the gun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Tyler Elmer, the sophomore quarterback, marks out the signal. Single setback, going to hand it off again. Kern runs up the middle, lowers those shoulder pads, tried to stretch out to about the 24-yard line. That's where the Rams defense, again, Garcia in there on the tackle for Paoli. Also coming up from the secondary for the Rams, Colt Bonta, a gain of a couple more, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the Commodores. Ball resting right at the 24-yard line.
Another 3rd down facing Perry Central, 0 for 6 so far on the night. 3rd and 6, that's one of the better situations that they've found themselves in. Now, a little confusion. Now they're going to get 3 of them wide to that right side.
Gun formation with the single receiver to the left, single setback behind Elmer, the quarterback, out of the gun. He gets the snap, drops back to pass, looking to his left. Now he's dancing. He's going to his right. Looking, fires it on the run. He hits a receiver at about the 25-yard line up near the first down marker. Will be depending on the spot. See who comes out. I believe that was Kai Williams, number 19, on the reception. And it will be very close to a first down. In fact, it will be enough for a first down. That'll be a gain of 7 out to the 31-yard line, and that will move the chains for the Commodores for their second first down of this half.
And the first 3rd down conversion that they've had. That time, Williams, when he got the ball, looked like Paoli had him pretty well surrounded, but he was able to scoot free, scoot through a couple of them, and got forward just enough for the first down. That's the second first down of the night, Perry Central.
Elmer had happy feet back there on that 3rd down pass as well. 1st and 10 at the 31. Back to the gun formation with 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Quick flanker screen out to the right side. Caught immediately by Williams, but he's going to be dropped immediately as well. He might even lose one on that play. Boy, the Rams came up very quickly. Blake Cooper Spires read that perfectly for the Rams over on that left side. And also out there for Paoli, Landon Smith, number 59. And a loss of 1, make it second down and 11 back to the 30.
Elmer now 3 out of 7 passing. Those completions good for just 6 yards, so short completions at best.
Second down and 11 for the Commodore offense. Ball over on the right hash mark at the 30-yard line, and they overload those 3 receivers to that side of the field. Elmer out of the gun, single setback. Kern joins him back to the ball. Is fumbled again, comes right back up to Kern, and he tries to make something out of it, but not much there at all as the Rams surround him. And quickly, Wyatt Baker, number 50, is one of those guys in there for that Rams defense. I believe Padgett even got a hand on along with Thornton. That'll be a loss of a couple on the play, but it could have been much worse.
Could have been. They were kind of fighting over it amongst themselves out there. Kern came up with it, and when he did, Paoli had kind of been pushed to the side, so he had a little bit of an opening in the middle of the line of scrimmage. Got forward for maybe 2 or 3 yards after he picked it up, but, that was 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he finally put a handle on it.
3rd down and 13 at the 28-yard line for the Commodore offense, again behind the chains. Elmer, the quarterback, out of the gun. Another high snap, had to go up, grab it with one hand, and then he is going to be drilled to the turf. I mean, Justin Thornton came in there, and he had a bullseye on him. Elmer, a huge loss all the way back to the 19-yard line, and the Rams will force him in 3rd down and extremely long. They have to get it all the way out to the 41-yard line, so 4th down and 22.
Yeah, Thornton, that time, when he came off the edge, he had a full head of steam built up, and it was just that little bit of a hesitation because of the snap that prevented Elmer from either handing off or rolling out to set up for the pass. And Thornton brings him down. We'll give him a sack on the play, and that's minus 37 yards rushing for Elmer.
Carson, another high punt down the right sideline. This time it takes another big bounce in favor of the Commodores. Going to roll inside the 35 and be down at the 34-yard line of Paoli. It's where the Rams will have it 1st and 10 with 1:57 to go before halftime, leading 49-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard as this Rams offense comes out one more time. It has been a night where we've seen the offense, but they have not run a lot of plays.
No, haven't had to. You look down, Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays is all that Paoli has run so far, and they've got 7 touchdowns on the board.
And this is going to be their 8th series that the offense has been out on the field, so that tells you how efficient they are. Rams go back to the flex bone offense, first down and 10 at the 34. Spires under center for Paoli. Keeps it on the option, comes to the left side. Now he tried to duck under one tackle and decided not to pitch it at the last second, maybe just trying to run out some time here. Ball goes all the way back to the 31, so it's going to be a loss of a couple on the play as Howe in there on the tackle for this Commodore defense along with Cole, and it'll be a loss of 3, maybe 4 on the play back to the 30 as we roll under a minute 30 to go here before halftime.
Yeah, Paoli would have no problem at all. Just get to halftime. You know, in the second half, you're going to have a running clock, and this may be the last series of the night for the first-team offense.
Rams will get the ball, by the way, to start that second half as well. Go to the flex bone, second down and 14. Spires taking his time, letting that play clock roll all the way down to 2 before he'll take the snap. Going to hand it off to the fullback running room. This is Padgett, and Padgett able to sneak through. He got the loss and more out to the 37-yard line, so he'll pick up 7 on that play. Cummings in there along with Davillas on the tackle. And the Rams will have a third down and short 6, long 5 with 50 seconds to go here before halftime at Perry Central.
Mentioned how many times Perry Central had faced third down, 8 times so far. This is just the first time that Paoli is asked to convert on a third down situation.
Dane again back at the fullback slot on third down and 7. Put a man in motion to the right side. Spire's going to toss it back to the cutback. It's hit at the 40 and still stretching and going forward. As Colton Beckley with that one on the sweep to the right side. A nice job of coming out there. Brown to make that tackle to Villas as well. They have lost, I know he got a couple out there to the 40, gain of 1. Make it 4th down and 4, and that should be the first half as Rams will not have to run another play. And it's been the best first half of the season for the Rams coming here in week 4 as they have completely dominated on both sides of the football here in the first 2 quarters of play at Perry Central. As we go to the halftime break, the Rams on top on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, 49-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Halftime, and the Rams are up big on the road tonight here at Perry Central, leading it by a score of 49-0 as we begin the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. Well, it started off with the defense of the Rams as Paoli won the toss but deferred, kicked it off. Commodores got it at their own 20-yard line. But on the third play of the game, a fumble on the snap out of the shotgun, and just like that, Justin Thornton picks it up on the run, in stride at the 16. He goes in untouched for a scoop and score, and just like that, the Rams are up by a score of 6-0, and we're only 6 seconds into this a minute and 6 into this first half of play. And the Gavina extra point was good, and the Rams are off and running 7-0. Second possession for the Commodores. They get it at their own 25. Again, they have an issue with the low snap out of the gun. This time, though, the Commodore quarterback Tyler Elmer is able to recover it, but he puts them in 3rd and long and forced to punt the ball away. Rams get it at their own 41-yard line. One play, the toss sweep around the right side, and Dane Padgett gets to the edge, and he is off to the races. One play, a touchdown, 59-yard run by Padgett, and the Rams are up 13-0 with 8:09 to go in the first quarter of play. Gavina adds on the extra point to make it 14-0. That Rams defense comes back out, shuts down the Commodores, even though they do get one first down on the drive. But before that, they're able to not get anything else going on the ground, punt the ball away. Rams get it back again at their own 39-yard line. Once again, one play, the same play, that toss sweep to the right side, and Dane Padgett rumbles down that right sideline, this time 61 yards, another one-play touchdown drive for the Rams. And just like that, Paoli's up 20-0 with 5:27 to go in the first quarter of play. The Gavina extra point is good, and it is 21-0. Rams put that defense back out. This time they come up with another turnover as Spire is able to intercept a pass from Elmer near midfield, and he is brought down at the 49-yard line of Paoli, and that's where the Rams have it 1st and 10 at their own 49. This time on the option to the left side, quarterback Cooper Spires keeps it. He is able to get running room down the left sideline, and he is off to the end zone. A 51-yard touchdown run, another one-play drive for the Rams, and it's 27-0 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Gavina nails the extra point, and the Rams are up 28-0. Well, it's the same song and dance as we go into that second quarter of play as Commodores, again, a quick 3-and-out. The Rams get the ball at their own 33. A big run by Thornton gets it down to the 16-yard line. Tyler Hannon then able to cap it off with a 6-yard touchdown run. That made it 34-0 with 10:37 to go in the second quarter of play. And Gavina again splits the uprights to make it 35-0. Commodores again get the ball back at their own 35 on the kickoff, and here comes the Rams defense as they jar the ball loose from a receiver out in the right flat. Tyler Hannon, the right place, right time, scoops and scores again. This one a 35-yard touchdown recovery and run for Hannon. That made it 41-0 with 9:31 to go in the second. Gavina again able to nail that extra point, and it is 41-0. On the kickoff, Gavina sails it through the end zone. The Commodores get it at their own 20-yard line, but a quick 3-and-out. The Rams, as Edwards got a great roll on the punt, pin the Rams back to their 30-yard line. But Paoli goes to the spread offense on this particular series. And what do? Spires hooks up with Padgett over the left side, and it is a 70-yard touchdown pass. And that made it 48-0 with 6:35 to go here in the second quarter of play. And Gavina, again, able to get the extra point through the uprights, and it is 49-0. Commodores, one more time, get the ball as they see it go through the end zone on the touchback. Able to get a first down, though, to keep the drive going and the clock going before they are forced to punt. Rams let it roll down to their 34-yard line, and Paoli just runs out the clock here at the half, and they go to the locker room up comfortably here on the road at the half, 49-0 over the Perry Central Commodores. When we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, Bert Pettigo will take a look at team and individual stats in this Rams romp in the first half. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Are you concerned about the economy, interest rates, or current market conditions? For timely information based on award-winning research, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670. He can discuss your specific needs to help you provide you with investment choices that make sense for you. Call Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670 in Mitchell for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated, member of New York Stock Exchange. SIPC. Life well planned.
Well, we are at the half, and right now the Paoli folks across the field, quite a few of them made the trip down. They're enjoying the way things are going right now. as Paoli leads it 49-0 here at halftime. And the stats, they look every bit as one-sided as the scoreboard does right now in favor of Paoli. And looking at the totals, Paoli totals 314 yards of offense in the first half. 244 of that on the ground, 70 as a result of passing the football. Breaking down to the individual totals, first all, as far as the rushing is concerned, Thane Padgett, he carried it 3 times in the first half and totaled 127 yards of rushing offense. Of course, his first 2 touches, the first went 59 yards for a touchdown. The second went 61 yards for a touchdown. Then they limited him to 7 yards on a carry out of that fullback spot. The rest of the way, you look at Cooper Spires. He has 3 carries as well for 55 yards. One of his carries went for 51 and a touchdown. Tyler Hannon, he also has 3 carries, his good for 10 yards, and then a single carry for Justin Thornton. It very nearly went for a touchdown as it went for a total of 51 yards. Paoli in that first half of play with 4 plays of 50 yards or more just in the rushing side of things. They also had a better than 50-yard play passing in that first half. As far as the passing yards are concerned, Spires threw it 1 time, completed that pass. It was a completion to Dane Padgett, who proceeded to take it 70 yards to the end zone for another touchdown for Paoli. So Padgett, he's got 3 touchdowns in the half. Spires, he's responsible for 2 touchdowns as Paoli is out to a 49-0 lead, totaling 314 yards of offense in that first half of play. Now we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll flip the page over to the Perry Central side of things. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7 or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Paoli out to a huge lead here at the half. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we flip the page to the Perry Central side of things. They had quite a few more plays than what Paoli did in the first half, but not near the yardage. Paoli 314 yards of offense in that first half as compared to just 7 yards of offense for Perry Central in the half. You look down at the stat totals, Lance Kern, he carried it 12 times for 30 yards, a good sign for Perry Central. Nolan Parrish, he carried it a couple of times and gained 3 yards. Where they were hurt at was with the center quarterback exchange. Shotgun formation, they had 3 or 4 of those that got away or very nearly got away. And as a result, when Elmer, the quarterback, is back there chasing after the football and just happening to fall down on it, he's credited with a rush for negative yards. He totaled minus 37 yards in that first half of play. So as a team, Perry Central minus 4 yards rushing in that first half. As far as the passing is concerned, not much different. They did gain a few yards. Elmer in the half was 4 out of 8 with an interception thrown. His completions good for 11 yards. 3 of those catches for Williams. He had just 6 yards gained on those 3 catches. And then Jace Brown, he was credited with 1 catch for 5 yards. So for Perry Central, they had minus 4 yards rushing, 11 yards passing, and a total of 7 yards of offense in that first half of play. As far as Paoli is concerned, 244 yards on the ground, 70 yards passing the football, and a total of 314 in the first 2 quarters of play. Well, we're at the half. Paoli up 49-0. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be taking a look at some of the team stats from first half action. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Halftime continues. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as well as Paoli is out 49-0 over Perry Central right now. 28 points in the first quarter, 21 in the second, whereas Perry Central did not score at all. So that gets you to that 49-0 halftime score. You would expect the stats to be very much one-sided as far as first downs and whatnot, but they are not. Paoli, just 2 first downs in the first half. Both as a result of running the football. Perry Central, just 2 first downs in the first half, one as a result of a run, another as a result of a pass. Third down conversions, Paoli faced third down only once in the first half. That was at the end of the half. They were 0 for 1 on that one opportunity. And as far as Perry Central is concerned, they faced third down 8 times, but converted just once. Turnovers and fumbles, big part of the first half as far as Perry Central was concerned. They lost 1 fumble early. That was on their first drive, put it on the ground 3 more times. They were at least able to get on top of all of those and also threw an interception. So 2 turnovers for Perry Central in the first half. Paoli did not turn it over in the first 2 quarters. As far as penalties, only 1 flag thrown in the first half. It was against Perry Central for 5 yards and a procedure penalty. Again, mention the scores by the quarters. Paoli's up 28-0 after 1, added 21 more points in the second, and Paoli leads it 49-0. We'll take another break. When we come back, the Whitfield Investments halftime report will be wrapping up with the Ram report. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Coming your way with the Ram report here at halftime on the Whitfield Investments halftime report, taking a look back at Paoli Ram sports here over the past week, the scores that we were able to gather for you. In 7th grade volleyball, they lost to South Central and Christian Academy of Indiana. The 8th grade volleyball team, they lost to South Central but picked up wins over Perry Central and Springs Valley. JV volleyball, the young Rams fall to North Davies, Mitchell, CAI, Forest Park, and Lanesville, but they also got a win over Clarksville earlier in the week. And the varsity volleyball team picked up the win over Clarksville as well, but then fell to Salem later on in the week. On the golf course, Olivia Sweet finished in a tie for second in a match featuring the Rams, Salem, and Borden. And on the football field in the JV game on Monday, it was Springs Valley taking care of Paoli 50-0. Junior high play last night. In the 7th grade game, North Davies beat Paoli 8-0, but in the 8th grade contest, the young Rams were winners 32-28. And that is our Ram report here for the half. And also, as we talked about tonight, it is homecoming here at Perry Central High School. Want to congratulate the queen tonight. That was selected. It is Hope Kellums, and the king is Nash Wire. And Nash, unfortunately, was out there in a boot because he is a player for the Commodore football team, but went out with an injury in the preseason, but still was able to be a part of the homecoming festivities. Crown the king here tonight. We'll get ready with second half action as we wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report. Whitfield Investments, call Wes today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Also want to get a shout-out to both Paoli and Springs Valley from last week, as each team received an exemplary behavior report from one of the officials. And Byron Murphy said last Friday a crew officiated a huge rivalry football game between Paoli and Springs Valley. Both schools are separated by only 9 miles, and the rivalry runs deep. He said he's writing this report because he was so impressed with both teams' players. This was a very physical game, but had no incidents of unsportsmanlike behavior, and he said he noticed many times for both teams' players from the opposing team helping out each other off the ground, and he is also thankful and impressed by the hospitality extended to the officiating crew by Athletic Director Derek Newkirk and the athletic department at Paoli High School. So congratulations, and good to see that for both Valley and Paoli in a hotly contested game.
Yeah, really like hearing those types of reports. And that was something I kind of noticed during the game. Yeah, you were telling them, strap the helmet on tight because you're going to get hit hard. But a lot of times, Paoli boys helping the Valley boys up or vice versa. So good sportsmanship shown by both last week.
Rams will see the kickoff. Edwards will kick it off a high end over and kick. It goes over to the left side, fielded by the up back. Dropped by Thornton, picked up at the 25. He's out to the 30, 35, 40. He's to the 45, 50 down the left side. I make that rather pageant. And Dane is down to the 25, 10, 5. No, it is Justin, number 10, running in front of his teammates there. And Justin Thornton takes it in all the way on the opening kickoff. As that one back near the 25-yard line, but we get whistles everywhere. But now I see a flag. They're going to call it an illegal block in the back.
Okay, so bring it all back.
Brief celebration interrupted there.
Paoli had scored just about every way possible, and we're going to add that to it. But at a flag, let's see, a block in the back thrown at the 39-yard line, so Paoli will back it up a few yards from that spot, and that's where they'll take it over, 1st and 10. And I doubt that we see any of the regulars on the starting offense for Paoli.
We'll see how they come out here.
Or if we see them, we might see them at different positions because I think Thornton might be the one that comes out at quarterback.
And with Emmett Schellenberger suffering that injury a couple of weeks ago, really put a damper on the Rams quarterback room, particularly after you get by Cooper Spires. And Justin had already been the number 2 guy, but you had hoped to work Emmett in, and this would have been a great game to do that. And Thornton will be the man, I believe, at the controls of the offense, as he'll bring him out in the flex bone. Tyler Hannon will remain at the fullback slot here on 1st and 10. Sullivan splits out wide to the right side. Ball marked at the 29-yard line. Thornton sets it. Rams probably keep it pretty simple. Kind of fumbled on the snap. Ball is loose, and Thornton comes up with it, and he'll be dropped for a loss. And right there you see what happens when you have a new quarterback and center on the exchange.
Yep. And it's going to be a quick second half. We'll have a running clock the whole time. The whole time after Paoli had run that kick back and was celebrating, the clock was still rolling until they spotted it. And we're already under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Thornton at quarterback, as we see Hannon in at the fullback slot. Beckley had been in there. Now he goes out of the slot side. 2nd down and 10 for the Rams offense. Put a man in motion. That's Bonnet to the left side. Going to hand it off to the fullback, Hannon, able to carry a couple of tacklers out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Actually, that was Thornton on the keeper. So Justin able to pick up close to 4 and 5 on that play. In there on the tackle, the middle linebacker Cummings along with Kern. Rams up front had Landon Smith, Avery Hamby, Dom Garcia, Kentley Scholl, Wyatt Baker, Cade Walls, and Ian Sullivan are your ends as the Rams now run players in and out of that slot position with Beckley and Bonta kind of the messengers here. As Sullivan comes to the right side, he'll be joined there by Beckley. Hannon remains your fullback on 3rd down and 7 for the Rams. Thornton out of the Flexbone offense, sets the offensive line under center, gets it, comes down the left side. He's going to hand it off to Hannon, and Hannon carries the pack, and he is still on his feet out across the 45-yard line to the 46-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 13 yards, and that'll move the chains for the Rams, 1st down and 10. Quick look at the defense up front. Carson Edwards, Connor Harpino, Warren Howell, and Carter Ball. The linebackers are Jason Cole, Chase Cummings, and Lance Kern. The corners are Lauren Cole along with Nolan Parrish. The safeties are Jace Brown and Landon DeVillas for the Perry Central Commodores on defense here to start this second half.
Best run of the night for Hannon, a gain of 13, 4 carries, 23 yards for him. Paoli just taking their time. They break the huddle with just 8 seconds left in the first half.
Down almost 8 minutes here in the third quarter. Yeah, going fast out of the flex bone. Man in motion to the right side, come down the right side. Thornton fakes it, keeps it, does a little pirouette in the backfield, breaks a tackle, gets across midfield to the 48-yard line as Justin Thornton shows his athletic ability, but it looked like he was going to be throwing for a loss of 2 or 3. He ends up getting a positive 5 out of it to make it 2nd down and 5 across midfield at the 48.
Now, Perry Central had him dead to rights in the backfield that time, but somehow he managed to not only keep his progress going, but then to drag a few tacklers with him. Nice gain on the play, gain of 5, sets up 2nd and 5.
Kern in there on that tackle, out of the flex bone, split 2 receivers to the left side. Thornton goes under center for the Rams on the offense here. In motion goes Albertson down the left side, going to hand it off, and going through is Tyler Hannon, the Rams fullback, going to be just shy, I believe, of that 1st down marker out to the 44-yard line. As quickly in their tackle, Harpino along with Cummings. And the Rams will face a 3rd down and 2 at the Commodore 45-yard line.
And Paoli successful on 1 3rd down try on this drive already. This will be their 2nd, 3rd overall on the night. They'll get the play in from the sideline. And like I say, they're just going to take their time and work on that clock a little bit.
Chase Case was the man with the play. Rams break out of the huddle in the flex bone, split 2 receivers. Cunningham comes out wide right for the Rams. 3rd down and 2. Thornton under center, man in motion to the right side, going to toss it, cutting outside and back inside. Oh, a great move that time. I believe that might have been Colt Bonta who eluded an arm tackler behind the line of scrimmage and was able to get it across the 40 down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 and enough to move the chains one more time as Kern and Brown in there on the tackle. So the Rams convert a big 3rd down play.
Couple of 1st downs already on this drive. That matches the first half total for Paoli. And Bonta, his first carry of the night, goes for 7 yards. And like I say, made a nice cut. Just put that foot in the ground and got up the field when he saw a hole, got through it, and nice gain. Sets up a, 1st down. Give him a 1st down.
See Lucas Schinkel in there on that offensive line now for the Rams on the right side. Out of the flex bone, there's a penalty flag, toss it back as Albertson dances back inside. He'll be throwing for a loss, but we'll get a flag thrown here on the Rams. They're 2nd of the night, 2nd in this half. As, again, we're starting to see fresh faces in there and fresh numbers. I was going to say clean numbers, but that is not happening. I think the Rams have got dirty all night here down the road.
Yeah, and that'll be the first penalty or 2nd penalty of the night against Paoli, the first of those mental mistake types. Not a bad deal. Like I say, you've got a combination in there that maybe hasn't seen much action together, and with the quarterback being a little different and a different signal call, that can give you some issues too.
See in there Camden Walt, number 16, a freshman at the fullback spot. That would be a loss of 5, make it 1st down and 15. Going to see what the officials want to do. I don't think they were quite situated on where they needed to walk off that penalty. They haven't had many, and they're a little bit confused on where they need to put the football. 5:01 to go here in the third quarter. Official timeout as they get the football adjusted with the 5-yard mark off back to the 43-yard line.
Okay.
Now 1st and 15.
All right. Now we're ready.
Rams go to the flex bone, roll under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rams lead at 49-0. Thornton lets that play clock roll down. That's what the Rams want to do. Sets the offensive line. Albertson in motion, going to toss it to him to the left side. Derrick cuts back inside to the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle at the 40, and finally going to be driven out of bounds at the 35. He'll pick up close to 10 yards on that sweep to the left side, and finally driven out on the corner by Parrish over there on that Commodore defense. And a big play after the Rams got behind the chains, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6 as we get another official timeout here. I don't know what the officials were wanting to talk about. I don't see anything on the ground as far as a penalty.
Who was it on the carry again?
Albertson, 14.
Okay. In credit for the yardage, adding names to the score sheet.
Derrick, 5'11", 150, and a freshman. The officials get their conference finished up and ready to go. Roll that clock again as we'll be under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Whenever the Rams do snap the ball here on 3rd down and a long 6, the ball just inside the 35 near the 34-yard line. Thornton brings him up to the line of scrimmage. As he barks out that signal, puts a man in motion to the right side, comes down the right side. There's another penalty flag. Handed that ball off to Walton, but we're going to have the Rams flag for another procedure play.
Yeah, that'll be the 3rd penalty of the night against Paoli, all of them in this half. That will total 20 yards against them and move them back another 5. It'll make 3rd down a little more complicated.
Of course, the Rams pretty clean in that first half,
yes,
and they
no
want
penalties
to
at all.
stay clean, even though it's the second unit out there.
Yeah.
Coach Dittmer will be talking about that.
It's all in the cadence, I think, with what we're seeing. You get used to that cadence of Spires, and then when Thornton comes in, it's close to the same, but not the same. And I think that more than anything is why you're seeing some of this movement.
Amby in there on that offensive line along with Tyler Ross, number 74, 3rd down and 11. Thornton out of flex bone, puts a man in motion to the right side, going to toss it right side, and Case is hit in the backfield. Best defensive play of the night that we have seen from the secondary of this Commodore Ball Club, and the man that came up with the huge hit was number 20, Lauren Cole, the outside linebacker. One of the few negative plays that the Rams have, and it's going to be 4th down and 10, the ball back at the 44-yard line, and Hannon will come on to punt for the first time here tonight.
Well, that defense for Perry Central, they've seen that play a few times tonight. That's really the first time that they've been able to stop it.
Rams are going to run off about 10 minutes of this quarter before they have to give the ball up, as dropping back deep will be Brown along with Williams to receive the punt from Hannon. Good snap. Tyler boots it out of there. Nice end-over-end kick, and Commodores get away from it. Takes a Rams roll for a second. Then it's going to be picked up, and immediately going down is the receiver, DeVillez, as Dane Padgett was hovering over the top of him. So that was a wise move. I don't know why he got it on it anyway.
Yeah.
But it'll be Perry Central Commodore football deep in their own territory to start their first drive here of this second half of play.
Not a bad decision by the receiver back there for Perry Central. It was bouncing in Paoli's favor, and it took a nice hop up right in front of him. So he stepped in, grabbed it, saved them a few yards at least. So instead of being inside the 10, they're closer to the 15.
Some fresh numbers out there for the defense, but the same out there again. This is a short roster for Perry, all mainly sophomores and freshmen. Elmer out of the quarterback handoff here. Kern breaking up free. Kern up the middle. We'll have a first down across the 30. As finally moving in there on the tackle for the Rams. Again, got some new numbers in there. Hall in there on the tackle. And it'll be a gain of close to, 15 yards on the play out to the 31-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Up front, it is Brubaker, Mitchell, Cole, Edwards, Cummings, Harpino, and Williams. Backfield again of Parrish, Kern, and DeVillez, and Tyler Elmer is the sophomore quarterback. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Rams set their defense. Again, handed off to Kern. Running room up the middle. Going to be close to another first down before gang tackle just shy of the 40. So the Rams able to converge on the defense that time. Phoenix Tinkle, number 48, in there on that tackle, along with Derek Albertson for this Rams defense. And looks like Commodores will have to get one more play off before this third quarter comes to a close, as they'll have it second down and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Kern had some success against Paoli's regulars when they were in there, and he's having even more against the second unit. 2 carries, 26 yards against this unit. A total of 14 carries for 56 on the night.
Wyatt Lowe comes in as well for the Rams, another young freshman. Spread offense on second down and a long 2 short 3. Elmer out of the gun, single setback, takes a snap, going to hand it off to Kern. Kern runs right side. He's got a first down to the 45 and finally brought down near midfield. That'll be a pickup of 11 to move the chains. As in there for the Rams on the tackle was Lucas Schinkel, number 52. And that's going to be the third quarter of play. We'll go to the fourth quarter here on the road at Perry Central. Rams lead it on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, 49-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mix asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed. Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
A quickly played third quarter. You expect nothing less with the running clock. Paoli still holding that 49-0 lead. Perry Central has moved the football a little bit and have got it right on the midfield stripe right now. This not the only PLAC matchup tonight. A lot of attention being paid to what's going on at West Washington. And Springs Valley, after leading 16-0 at half, have now opened it up to a 38-0 lead early in the fourth quarter there.
Out of the gun on the inside handoff. Williams looks outside and then inside and then cut down. Ian Sullivan, a great open field tackle out in the left flat for that Rams defense. And that's going to be a loss of a couple, maybe 3 on the play, make it second down and 13.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play as he just came up, made the hit down around the thigh, knee area, and brought him down with no problem at all. A loss on the play, loss of 3. That was Williams' first carry of the night.
See Luis Hall in there along with Bryson Burkhead for the first time tonight. As we get set here on second down and 12, out of the gun formation, single setback. Elmer, the quarterback, going to turn, spin, looks out to the flat, and it's going to be caught at midfield, but the Rams are right there. Be a gain of close to 3, maybe 4, depending on the spot, hooking up with Williams in that right flat. Coming up, Albertson on the tackle, along with Camden Walton, number 16 for that Paoli defense. And it's going to be third down and 8 for the Commodores at the Rams' 48-yard line.
Williams now 4 catches, only totals 10 yards, but sure-handed on the chances that he's gotten. Another third down attempt for Perry Central.
Out of the gun formation, 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Ball over on the right hash mark at the 48 of the Rams. Elmer out of the gun formation, single setback and a delayed handoff, but some movement along that offensive line, and it's going to cost the Commodores 5 valuable yards.
Yeah, 2 or 3 of them on the line were pulling their hands up out of the dirt, so to speak, and got caught. That's the second penalty of the night against Perry Central, total of 10 yards. They had a third down and manageable. This one will stretch it back a little bit further.
From third down and 8 to third down and 13, the ball goes back across the 50 on the Commodore side. We roll under 10 minutes to go in the ball game on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James School Board. 49-0. The Rams lead it. All of those points coming in the first half of play on the road tonight. Out of the gun formation on 3rd down and 13. Kern in the backfield along with Elmer. And again, long snap count, and the Rams will move it, but they hold back, handed off to Kern, and he is met in the backfield. Another great play by this Rams defense. 72, Roy Jones in there for Paoli to plug up that hole, and he had some help as well from Chase Case. And it's a loss of 1 back to the 45, and it's going to be actually a loss of 2 to make it 4th down and 15.
And I think they're thinking about going ahead and going for it. Why not? Run some offensive plays. You're down 49-0 with a running clock, and so with the ball at their own 45-yard line, facing a 4th and 15, Perry Central looks like they're going to go for it.
Go with trips receivers to the right side. Elmer out of the gun. Kern the single setback. Rams adjust in the backfield. Elmer back to pass, looking some pressure on, steps up in the pocket over the middle. He's got Davila at the 45 to the 40, and he'll stretch it out for a first down as Davila is good yards after the catch. Didn't have it initially, but he's able to pick it up down to the 38-yard line and hauled in there on that tackle for the Rams. And also seeing there Bradley Todd, number 60, but it'll be enough to convert on the pass, 1st down and 10.
Yeah, 1 out of 1 on their 4th down tries. That's the first time either team had to go for it on 4th down tonight. Perry Central with the 1st down. They will keep possession of the ball.
Rams let them out of a big hole there. Let's see if they can make a stand now with the ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, there's a snap. It is bobbled, luckily for Perry Central. Kern is there to cover it, but that's going to be a big loss back near the 45, 46-yard line, depending on the spot, as Rams nearly came up with another big turnover, loss of 6 on the play, make it 2nd down at 16.
That is at least the 4th time tonight that a snap has not been on target, let's say, that the ball is rolled around. That time Kern, he just had to kind of dive at it because Paoli was getting good pressure from the outside, the right-hand side of the defense, and so Kern falls on it. He gets credited with that loss of yardage.
2nd down and long. They'll call it 2nd and 16 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun. Elmer bobbled it, got it back. Here's some pressure on. He's going to roll to his right, looking downfield over the middle, but tried to roll right and throw it back across his body to his intended receiver at about the 40-yard line. That'd be Davila. The Rams had good coverage out there, and the linebacker number 62, Wyatt Lowe, and it's going to be 3rd down and 16.
That ends a little bit of a streak for Elmer. He had completed several passes in a row until that one was off target. And, the reason being that he's forced out of the pocket on the run, and you're going to be less accurate when you're doing that. That pass well off the mark and incomplete.
3rd down and 16, ball at the 45-yard line. Elmer out of the gun, the ball away off his hand. He has to go back across the 45 to the 44 of the Commodores to cover it and save possession of the football. And once again, the exchange out of the gun, costly play there for the Commodores, and it's 4th down and a mile now. Ball at the 45, have to get it all the way down to the 31-yard line, almost the 30-yard line for a 1st down.
Officially scored as a fumble, and that is now 6 fumbles on the night for Perry Central. They've only lost 1. And a loss of 11 on that play, and it'll be 4th down and forever. As Perry Central, they will just let the clock run. I think maybe they will kick it after this, but they'll take a timeout.
4th down and 26 is what faces the Commodores with 5:55 to go. Rams lead at 49-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Well, Perry Central just a little confused as to what exactly they were going to be doing, whether it's, it's fourth down and forever, whether they were going to go for it or kick it away. Still not real sure. It looks like they will go ahead and go for it. Same position they were actually in a few plays ago facing fourth down, and they had to get to Paoli's 40, but now they need to get to Paoli's 30 for the first down, and they're going to line up and go for it.
Spread offense, trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Elmer out of the gun, another high snap. He's going to have to cover it or take a big loss, and right there he goes down as Chase Case makes the tackle, and the Rams will get it all the way back deep in their own Commodore territory inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Minus 16 yards on that snap, and Elmer did all he could to just kind of corral it and got tackled for that big loss, and that gives it over to Paoli. Deep in Perry Central territory, they're going to start off at the 29-yard line.
As they move it back, apparently his knee went down there, and that's where it'll be first and 10 at the 29-yard line for the Rams. This is the Commodores' 29-yard line. See the Rams come out of the huddle here. See if we have any major changes. Looks like Thornton's still in there at the quarterback spot for Paoli. Clock rolling, under 5 minutes to go. That's all the Rams want to do, roll out this clock, get out of here healthy, and take home their second win of the season and first in conference play. Rams will go to the flex bone offense on first and 10 after 29. Thornton the play clock is already down to 0, though. Hopefully they even set it, and now we get a delay of game.
Yep. Well, in a way, it's not a bad deal. You're going to get 5 yards in penalty yardage, but the clock's going to continue to roll. So, in a way, it's not
that big of a deal.
Yeah, it works in your favor.
Yeah, really.
Just keep getting delay penalties and let the clock continue to roll.
We'll be under 4 minutes to go. It'll be first down and 15. Ball back at the 34-yard line. Man in motion to the left side. Going to hand it off to the fullback. There's penalty flags all over the place, though.
Yeah, 2 men in motion for Paoli.
They actually, in this handoff, was Camden Walton, number 16, but as Bert mentioned, Rams had too many men in motion, and that'll cost them another 5. So when it's all said and done, the Rams are going to rack up some penalties, but really not going to make a major implication or impact on this game, as we see Derek Albertson, number 14, the 5'11 freshman, come in to run the Rams offense here for what they hope is the final series with 3:29 to go. And the officials are still talking it over. I don't think they marked 5 yards off, did they? Wasn't it back at the 34 from the last penalty?
It should have been. They declined it, so they're going to take the play, which was a loss, and that should make it second down then.
Yeah. So it'll be second down and a 15 for the Rams. Ball at the 34-yard line, so give Walton credit on that carry. Out of the flex bone, Albertson under center, puts a man in motion, hands it off to Walton again, follows those big guys up front. Hey, he's doing a nice job moving that pile forward. Gets it down to the 30 and finally brought down at the 29, but did a great job holding on to that football. I mean, gang tackling, trying to rip that ball out of there, and finally going to be brought down. Give that tackle credit to 76, Jason Cole, the outside linebacker. But wasn't able to get those 5 yards back, and it's third down and 10 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game.
Yeah, run didn't go for very much, but impressive nonetheless.
See Joe McDonald in, and now we'll go to the sideline as he's replaced at the wide receiver spot. Actually, Alvaro Gavina, we'll see his first offensive action of his career. Exchange student out on the right side, third down and 10, put a man in motion to the right side. Hand it off again. Walton, good running room as he finds a crease on that right side, and he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. So it'll be another gain of 5. And the Rams will have a 4th down and 5 at the 24-yard line.
And give it to Walton one more time. He's done well the last 2 carries, 5 yards each of those 2 carries. Now they're going to rush a bunch in and take a bunch out. They're going to attempt the field goal. Paoli will.
That they will, as Gavina will come in, be the second field goal attempt. He failed on one at Corden Central. This is going to be a long one. They'll set it down about the 31, 32-yard line, so about 42-yard field goal here for Gavina. See, Alvaro gets a good snap, good kick out. It's just a low-line drive into the line of scrimmage. So that is no good on the field goal attempt. But, hey, you ran him out there, see kind of what it is under fire, and that will turn the ball over on downs. And the Commodores will get it one final time here with 1:15 to go as the ball being marked officially. Let's see, they're going to step it back.
Yeah, it always goes to the 20. Yeah.
As they want to make sure, and the Commodores will get it at their own 20-yard line. So the Rams had great field position at the Commodore 29, but some penalties there kind of stall out the drive, and Rams fail on the field goal attempt. As down to the final 1:15 of this ball game, as we see Elmer in there at quarterback, and also I believe we're going to have a new running back in there possibly, and Carter Dalton, number 36 here for the Commodores. As we go 1st down and 10 to the spread offense, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rams up 49-0 with under a minute to go. However, this long snap has been an issue, and again, almost bobbled by the quarterback. Going to hand it off to the fullback as he's able to get out across the 20 to about the 22, 23-yard line. As Hall in there on the tackle, as trying to get a number walking back there to that line of scrimmage. I believe it might have been in there 36, Carter Dalton, the sophomore. So he'll pick up a couple on the play, make it 2nd down and 8 as we roll under 30 seconds to go. So one more play in this ball game. Rams hopefully don't give up anything big and cost them a shutout here. Out of the gun formation, 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Elmer out of the gun formation on 2nd down and 8. Gets the snap, and it's low on the turf. He's going to have to cover it back inside the 10-yard line. Kind of fitting because that's the way it has been that kind of night here for the Commodores. And that will let the clock run out, and the Rams pick up the win and a shutout win on the road here tonight over the Perry Central Commodores in conference play. As the Rams light up the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard for 49 points in the first half. Running clock and no scoring in this second half. And the Rams will go home with the win here tonight on the road. Your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli wins it big, 49-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Second win of the season for the Rams, like the first on the road. The first one was at Corden Central 2 weeks ago. Tonight here on the road, as the Rams serenade their fans in the victory song as they celebrate a 49-0 shutout victory over the Perry Central Commodores here tonight on the road. The Rams bounce back and get a much-needed win. Paoli's defense, they set the tone early in this ball game. In fact, on the third play of the game, a long snap is fumbled. Justin Thornton picks it up, scoop and score from 16 yards out with 10:54 to go, made it 6-0. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 7-0. Commodores, they fumble it again on their next possession. However, they recover, puts them in a hole. They're forced to punt, Rams get it back at their own 41-yard line. One play, toss sweep to the right side. Dane Padgett's able to streak down that right sideline into the end zone, 59 yards for the touchdown run, made it 13-0 with 8:09 to go in the first quarter. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 14-0. Commodores back again. They get a first down on the next possession, starting at the 24, but then forced to punt away. Rams get it at their own 39. Another one-play touchdown drive. Dane Padgett again, 61 yards down the right side on that toss sweep, and it is 20-0 with 5:27 to go. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 21-0. Perry Central back again, get the ball at the 24, move it out near midfield. Spires, though, comes up with an interception at the 49 of Paoli. Rams in business again near midfield, and this time to the left side on the option. Cooper Spires, the Rams quarterback, keeps it, turns on the Jets down that left sideline into the end zone. One play, another touchdown, 27-0 with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 28-0. Commodores get the ball back on their next possession at their own 22, a quick 3-and-out. Rams get it on the punt at their own 33. Thornton breaks a big run down to the 16. Hannon finishes off the drive with a 6-yard touchdown run to make it 34-0. 10:37 to go in the second quarter. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 35-0. Paoli's defense comes out again. Commodores have it at their own 35. A pass out into the right flat is fumbled. This time, Tyler Hannon, again in the right place. Scoop and score, 35-yard touchdown, fumble recovery. Made it 41-0 with 9:31 to go in the second. Gavina's extra point was good, and it was 41-0. Rams continue to roll the defense. Another strong 3-and-out from the 20. Paoli gets it at their own 30. Spires hooks up with Padgett as the Rams go to their spread offense. 70-yard touchdown pass made it 48-0 with 6:35 to go. Gavina's extra point was good, made it 49-0. Rams defense again stops the Commodores late in the second quarter, force them to punt, and Paoli runs out the clock going into the locker room, 49-0, as the Rams have a running clock in the second half. They come back, and Justin Thornton able to run the kickoff back, but a block in the back brings it back, and the Rams are forced to start their drive at the 29, but they run off a ton of time. They're forced to punt. Then the Commodores back deep at their own 14. Commodores able to convert on a fourth down, but then they try it again on a 4th and 26, a high snap, a loss of 16. Rams get it back at the Commodore 29. They have it 4th and 5 at the 25. They try a field goal from 42 yards out. It is no good, and the clock runs out with the Commodores in possession, and Paoli wins it 49-0 as the Rams now improve to 2-2 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. Commodores fall to 0-4 and 0-2 in TLAC play. Our post-game report brought to you by Buddy's Food and Fuel, located on North Gospel Street in Paoli. They've been open for 2 weeks. They've been busy. Stop in and see them at Buddy's Food and Fuel. We'll continue with our post-game show and take a look at some of the Ram winning numbers. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Second win of the season is the first shutout victory for the Rams, and another win on the road, this one in conference play, as they take care of business tonight against a young, shorthanded team in Perry Central. All Rams tonight, 49-0.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. They tell the same story that the scoreboard did. Paoli totals 356 yards of offense tonight, 286 on the ground, 70 as a result of passing the football. Breaking down the individual totals for Paoli, Dane Padgett, he only carried it 3 times tonight, but gained 127 yards on the night. Of course, 2 of his runs went for long touchdowns. Next on the list, Justin Thornton. He had a good night, 4 carries for 59 yards. Cooper Spires, 3 carries for 55, and both of them also had better than 50-yard touchdown runs. The rest of the way, just going down the list, Derek Albertson, he had 1 carry for 7 yards. Colton Beckley, 1 carry for a yard. Colt Bonta had 1 carry for 7 yards. Tyler Hannon, one of the regulars, 5 carries for 26 yards. Camden Walton, he had it, 3 carries for 8 yards. And Chase Case, was credited with 1 carry for -4. As far as the passing is concerned, Paoli throws it just once tonight. Completed that pass, did Cooper Spires for 70 yards and a touchdown, and that completion went to Dane Padgett. As far as Perry Central is concerned, much different story. They totaled just 16 yards of offense on the night. A lot of that just because of that snap from the center back to the quarterback that kept going the wrong direction. They fumbled it officially 8 times, and just about every time was as a result of that bad snap. So the quarterback, who fell on it most of the time, gets credited for negative yardage on a rush play. So you're looking at Elmer being credited with 7 carries tonight for -73 yards. Lance Kern, he did a good job running the football tonight, 15 carries for 58 yards. The rest of the way, Parrish had a carry for 3. Williams had a carry for -3. And when it's all said and done, it's -15 yards for Perry Central rushing. As far as the passing game is concerned, I had Elmer 6 out of 11 with 1 interception. Those completions good for 31 yards. The completions, 4 of them go to Kai Williams for just 10 yards. 1 catch for Jace Brown at 5 yards. And Davillas had 1 reception for 16 yards. As far as the team stats are concerned, had Paoli with just 4 first downs on the night. Of course, when you get those big runs, you don't get credited with the first down. So just 4 first downs for Paoli, whereas Perry Central credited with 5 first downs on the night. Third down tries, Paoli 2 out of 5 this evening. Perry Central was just 1 out of 10. As far as turnovers are concerned, Perry Central only turned it over twice, once on a fumble and once on an interception, but put the ball on the ground 7 times tonight and recovered 6 of those. Penalties, little sloppy at the end for Paoli. 5 penalties against for a total of 30 yards, but like we were talking, when it's a running clock and they're not going to stop the clock with a penalty, just pick up a penalty and tick off another 35, 40 seconds. Perry Central, they had 2 penalties against them for a total of 10. As far as the scoring by the quarters, all the scoring was done in the first half by Paoli. Paoli up 28-0 after 1. Paoli outscores Perry Central 21-0 in the second. That got us to 49-0 at the half. Running clock in the second half, neither team able to score after the halftime break, and it wound up with Paoli winning 49-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get Coach Neil Dittmer in for a few comments. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams come on the road here tonight and win 49-0 over the Perry Central Commodores. As we continue with the Buddies Food and Fuel post-game report, head coach Neil Dittmer joins us now. Happy Coach Dittmer, as he should be. Your team came on the road, a great bounce-back win here tonight.
Yeah, came out and we're able to really handle our business and come back with a nice, strong showing and pick up the win.
Well, you set the tone early with that defensive stand with the scoop and score by Justin to give you a lot of momentum now early in this ball game.
And that was huge. Just after our defense had struggled quite a bit last week and given up 50 points or 50 or more points last week, and just coming out and that's kind of why I deferred on the coin toss. Just go get it. Let's put our guys back out there and let's see how they respond.
Well, you mentioned it in the pregame, Coach. You said we got to turn this minus 11 turnover deficit into something positive, and you made a good start on that tonight with a +3.
Yeah, that was big. Anytime that you can get in the positives in the turnover margin, your chances of winning are 80% or greater if you're +2 or better, and being +3 was great tonight.
Well, it's always great to lead and not even have your offense out on the field.
Yeah, anytime you can take the lead, and that's one of our goals is to score, set up a score defensively as well, and we were able to do that. So checking off a whole bunch of boxes tonight.
Well, big play, Coach. A lot of chunk plays here tonight for your offense.
It was. Coming out, wasn't sure exactly how Perry was going to play us defensively. They stacked the box on the first couple drives, and we're trying to put 8 guys from tackle to tackle, and our guys did a nice job of Cooper checked that first play to Dane, and we're able to get out on the edge, and he's explosive when he gets out there and has a little bit of a lane.
Well, you've always said all season long, Coach, if we can get to the edge, we'll be successful.
Absolutely. Anytime that we can get out there and spread teams out, it just opens up everything else for us. And our guys are pretty explosive, whether it's Cooper or Dane or Ian or Justin or any of those guys. They get outside, it's watch out.
Well, Dane had a couple of big runs on touchdown tosses, and then Cooper came back with that option and made a great run around this left side.
Yeah, he did. He's done a nice job of putting us in a good position offensively, and he reads it so well, and he's taking advantage of what they're giving him, and that's kind of what we've been talking about. Don't try and score every play, but just take what they give us, and when they give us something like that, he can take advantage of it.
And for the defense, Coach, when you weren't creating turnovers, we wrote it down a lot, several 3-and-outs.
Yeah, that was big. Again, just resetting ourselves defensively and being able to have some confidence in how we were able to play.
Well, you come back on your next drive, Coach, and Justin Thornton makes a big run, breaking it off here on the left side. Didn't get it into the end zone, but got you in the red zone and able to finish it off then.
Yeah, that was just nice to get him going in the run game. He's just as explosive as those other guys, and he's such a big confidence kid. When he's confident in his abilities, and man, watch out, that the sky's the limit with him. And so getting him that early run was big, and just getting his confidence built up.
Hannon runs it in from 6 yards out, made it 35-0, and then your defense with Tyler again. I couldn't tell if it was Justin that made the hit on the receiver or not, but anyway, that ball is free, and Tyler scoops and scores.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was right there, and I'm still not sure who they call who made the hit on that play, but it was a nice job of rallying to the football with ball on the ground. Whistle never blew, so you go and make a play, and you continue to play until that whistle blows, and we are able to score another touchdown.
And keep that momentum going, Coach, a 3-and-out, and you get it back, and you go to the spread for the first time and hook up with another big pass play.
Yeah, just something we got to continue to work on. I wanted to see it a little bit tonight, and we're able to get out there and get Dane in space, and again, once we get those guys in space, anything can happen.
Well, that made it 49-0, which meant a comfortable lead and a running clock in the second half. But it's not a time to let your guard down.
Absolutely not. We've when we talked with our guys at halftime. The standard is be excellent, whatever it is that we're doing, and we've got to continue to push that forward and really make sure our guys are focused on that's the end goal, is that we are playing as perfect as possible and as excellent as we can possibly play. I don't think we did that yet tonight. I think we've got a lot of room to grow, and I love that our young guys got out there and got some run in a varsity game, and they can have a little taste of that action and be able to be ready to go whenever their number's called again.
Well, those young guys came out in the second half, bent a little bit, but did not break, and then came up with some big plays themselves. And I know the goal was to keep Perry Central out of the end zone, and you accomplished that.
Yeah, that was huge. Anytime you can hold zeros on the board and your young guys are able to make that happen, that's a great job by those guys to continue to set the standard that we want. This is how we play for 4 quarters.
Well, we can't let this night go by, Coach, without saying how impressive it was to see Alvaro go 7 for 7 in the PAT.
That was fun. We tried the field goal there at the end, but 7 for 7 in PATs. Anytime you can just hold up the one after you score and you're comfortable with that, that's just fun, and it just makes everything so much easier.
Well, I hope I didn't jinx him. I said, man, he's automatic now. So.
Yeah, I'm going to knock on some wood. I'm knock on everything. He's done a nice job for us. We're happy to have him.
Well, it's going to be a happy road trip back tonight from Perry Central.
Absolutely. Anytime you can told the guys at the end of the game, anytime you win, we're going to celebrate it and enjoy it because they're so few and they're so hard to earn. And so you got to enjoy every single one that you got, especially those older guys. You only got so many times left out on this field, and anytime you can pick up a W, it's nice.
And not only a W on the road, but in conference play as well.
Yeah, big conference win, and be able to continue to maybe put some pressure on that conference championship and see what happens. But we got to take care of our business to be able to do so.
And speaking of taking care of business, you return home next Friday night. Another conference showdown with West Washington coming to town.
Our third one in a row. You get West Washington home. It should be a fantastic night. I know Eleanor is super pumped because it's cheer clinic night.
All right.
So shout out to Eleanor and all the girls that are going to be there for and boys doing the cheerleading. That's going to be an awesome night and a huge crowd, and hopefully we can get them doing a bunch of jumping jacks.
Absolutely, just like the varsity cheerleaders. They got theirs in tonight in fine fashion. Coach, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win. We'll talk to you Monday on Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Dave. Go Rams. Be excellent.
Head Coach Neil Dittmer of the Paoli Rams. They win it 49-0. We'll be back to wrap up the Buddy's Food and Fuel postgame show from Perry Central. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Shutout win for the Rams tonight on the road, 49-0 over Perry. The Rams score about every way you can. We thought we had one with the special teams, but a penalty called a kickoff return back to start the second half. Otherwise, the Rams scored on the ground, through the air, and with their defense on 2 scoop and score fumble recoveries as the Rams coast to that 49-0 win again over a very young Perry Central team, low in numbers, and knew that this type of game could happen, but the Commodores are young. They'll take their lumps for the next year or two, but then they'll be back strong in the next couple of years after that. So they're just licking their wounds now, waiting for these younger guys to get older and, of course, get into the weight room, get bigger and stronger, and have more experience under their belts as they continue with their careers. Perry Central now 0-4 on the season, and the Commodores are 0-2 in PLAC play. Perry Central on the road next Friday night as they will travel down to Tecumseh to take on the Braves at Linville. While for the Paoli Rams, they look to hopefully get their first winning streak going here this season as they now have evened their record at 2-2 and 1-1 in conference play, and they will take on the West Washington Senators of head coach Jeremy Lowry. Be nice to see our good friend, and he'll bring his Senators into Cook Field, and Coach mentioned it'll be cheer clinic night, so we'll have a big crowd on hand, and hopefully you'll come out and see the Rams and the Senators do battle at Cook Field on Friday night. That, of course, will be a 7 o'clock kickoff or pregame around 6:35. Here tonight, the Rams score early and often. Dave Padgett, 3 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air, and Tyler Hannon with a touchdown run and a scoop and score on a fumble recovery. And also, the Rams' extra point man, Alvaro Gavina, goes a perfect 7 for 7 tonight in this 49-0 shutout victory over the Perry Central Commodores. Again, we want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school football tonight. Also, big shout-out to Buddy's Food and Fuel, our post-game sponsor. Buddy's Food and Fuel, now open on North Gospel Street in Paoli. Thank you out as well. A great job, as always, by Melissa Wall, our producer and engineer. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. Don't forget, Coach's Corner coming your way Monday night. We'll talk with head coach Neil Dittmer about this big shutout victory on the road at 6 o'clock. Then at 6:30, we'll talk Blackhawks football, another shutout win there for the Hawks in conference play over West Washington tonight with head coach Jason Lowe. Tonight, the Rams jump out and score 49 points in the first half, and that is enough for a victory with the running clock in the second half to pick up win number 2 of the season and their first in conference play. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final tonight on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Paoli 49, Perry Central 0. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Bender Lumber, Buddy's Food and Fuel, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.